Time for the final game of round 2 of the Ps4 Champions Cup season 21 playoffs. The last season, they will be cash prize, sadly. Who will be the lucky people to get some cash? Still a bit away from that yet, because we've got this game to play. That's all the games that have been played so far. As you can see, just one game to go. And that's the game we're going to watch. And that's between Pimp Master's Glut, that's his Lizard team, and Gerdley's Orcs. So, two teams will battle it out, and the winner will play Champions Ladder and Darkfist, the Case Dwarfs. So let's go through. So Mercy's beaten, Mercy's Rats beat V-Power B's Chaos 2-1. Heroes Pro Elves beat Sparky's Nagel 2-1. Kildy / Kami Lizards beat Segezio's Chorfs 2-1. The current champion and yet to be beaten as a Wood Elf coach in the playoffs, Projecki's beat Hippie 3, beat Console Salt Merchants and Wheelie 2-0. They were humans. One of the bigger shocks was Tears, the Wood Elves of Shod, getting beat 2-1 by Torres Vampires. So, bit of a surprise on. The Rebel Orcs, that was my team, turned over Darkfist and Asher, who was a Kislev team 2-1. Obviously, we're going to see the Glory Brew Perfection. And like I said, finally, Champions Ladder, who are basically the Chorfs, coached by Darkfist, got through almost a 3-hour game to beat, I can't pronounce it, Enumar 99's Necro 2-1 in probably it'll go down as one of the best playoff games in PS4 history. So I'm just really basically waiting for him to start. They're just a bit delayed. Something Pimp Master needs just a bit more time. So let's quick look at the two teams and then we'll see if it's ready to go. See if we can find. I think they're both on the same page. To be fair, if I remember last time, let's have a look. Well, there's Gloat. So let's have a look at the Gloat team. Now, they're the lower of the two TV teams. The only thing what worries me about this team is they have no bench. What's a massive concern. Because when you go against an Oak team, what will have a bench, and there's a lot of power. And that power can go toe-to-toe with this lot. And that's a concern. On the plus point, they do have two movement 9 pieces. They've still got all their Soros. They have got a Corkscrew as well. So, it'll be interesting what he does with his inducements. I think he's going to be something like 150 or something like that. We'll have a look in a minute. I was looking to see if there's anything who could get what could help him, like an extra player or something, just because obviously bench, oh God, if you don't have a bench, you're always worried. But to be honest, I think the Wizard is probably the best thing, because if he could probably score in his drive, then turn him over with the Wizard and score again, that's 2 TDs. Orcs aren't quick at scoring, so he'll probably go with the Wizard. That's what I'm guessing. But like I said, it's a decent team. I played this, ironically, I beat Pimp Master's Lizards in my last game to get my Orcs through, and he played very well then. The only problem I think, he does base a lot, and he's got to be careful because Gerdley's a very good coach, and this Orc team is far superior to my Orc team, I think, personally. So he's got all to do, but it was really impressive when he beat Abannon's Dwarfs. And a lot of people fancied Abannon's Dwarfs to go far, and he spat them out. So who knows? As long as he doesn't lose many players, he'll have a great chance. Again, only one break tackle piece, but at least he's got block Crocs. Like I said, 2 nice speedy skinks. But let's stress, he only has 4 skinks in the full team, so that is a concern. And finally, let's just have a quick look at the Orcs. Where are we? There we go. So they're 1980. So what did we make them at? They are 1790. So he's got 190 plus 40 of his own if he wants it. So 230 max he's got. So he could probably get one of the skinks if he wants to. I think he's probably better off getting the Wizard and a Babe. I think that's probably what I would do. I'm not a big fan of Babes, but I think Slibley's just out of reach to get, or he might be tempted to get that. But here's this team. This is a real nice team. Plenty guard in there. He's got his jump up killer there as well. Nice stand firm one there. Agility 4, movement 6 thrower. A strength 4 blitzer. and he's got another 4 strength 4 Black Orcs, and he's got a strength 5 Troll as well. So he's got all that, and he's got a data play sneaky lineman, and he's also got a kick lineman as well. So he's basically covered all the bases. And Coco Psycho will be a pain in the backside, blodge guard, and stand firm. So, you know, me personally, I think the Orcs are the favourites to win this. I mean, they've even got a Goblin with catch so you can hand off and throw him. So he's got every base covered. If Pitmaster does beat Guidely, it'll be very impressive, very impressive. I think he's going to struggle, but you know, a lot of people thought he'd struggle against the Bannon, and he didn't. He won that quite convincingly, I thought. The difference is though, the Orcs they've got 5 strength 4 pieces and 1 strength 5 piece and a ton of guard, so he's not going to be able to bully him. That's the difference. Should be on now, but we'll have a look. See if we can see it. Oh, we might be talking for a little bit longer. They're not there yet, are they? So let me just check on Discord to see if there's any update of what's going on. Should be a good game. Got nothing yet. So we'll just wait and see, I guess. Was supposed to start at 9 o'clock. But then there was about 5 minutes. It's now 9:20. So at least he's been in contact with him, but there's been nothing so far. So I guess it's just a case of wait and see where we go from there. See if I can just message him. Oops. My thing's going a bit dual-ally. So yeah, hey Sparky, alright buddy. We're just waiting for the coaches to turn up now. I just messaged to tell them we're waiting. Hopefully it won't be too long now. Oh, it was an annoying thing, waiting. Yeah, alright, you know. A bit tired from yesterday's game. I mean, it was a 3-hour stream between Darkest Champions Ladder and obviously, as I call it, Mr. 99's Necro. That was an amazing game. Amazing 3-hour game. I felt sorry for the Necro in overtime. They didn't deserve what happened. But it did. If anyone watched the overtime, it does give a lesson to always do your safe moves first before doing anything else. And I think if he had done his safe moves first, he would have probably not have lost. But yeah, he was really unlucky. Dub skulls, rerolled dub skulls, and then a few chances to pick the ball up on a 2, rolled a 1, and then Dark Fistball went in on a 5+ and caught and picked it up. So yeah, not great, is it? But you know, we're just now waiting. I keep tapping it. Don't know what I do. Yeah, the ball's decent, isn't he? Is decent. There's a few chances of him going off, and it is. It's like it's gonna be hard. It's like I've got the vampires, and they'll probably have a wizard in the quarterfinals, and that's worrying. And then they've got the Hypno Gaze, a worry. But the thing what's more worrying is he's got a Strength 5 vampire. How the hell do you get the ball off a Strength 5 vampire? You know, it's crazy. I don't know how you do it. And that's it. When you have big pieces like this, especially when you're looking at Strength 5 onwards, the game changes. Absolutely, game changes. When I won the championship with dwarfs, you know, I had a Strength 4 Agility 4 runner, and he saved my backside a lot of times. And ironically, he was called Mercy Flush as well. So, but where are they? Oh, Tori's a class coach. He really is, and it's going to be real tough for me to beat him. I'm hoping he gets a lot of that bloodthirsty stuff and all that, and you know, just a bit of luck for me, and get a few removals, and hopefully he'll remove a few of his own as well. But yeah, this game concerned me because there wasn't much talk about this game. And you know when you're getting close and this is the last night and then 9 p.m. and then I checked on Discord, Pimp saying, 23 minutes to go. And that was like before 8 o'clock. I'm like, no, it's a 9 o'clock game. And then I'm saying, well, it's going to be 5 minutes and then we'll be playing. And that was about 15 minutes ago. Yeah. Yeah, and I've never... I just, it's very rare I get good dice. And ironically, that's when I started streaming, because I wanted to show to people it wasn't me just over exaggerating, and showed people, look, these are the sort of dice I get. If I do a GFI, I'm more than likely to fail it. Gerdley's typing now, matched, right, perfect, great, good luck. So let's see what he's got. He's got, I think if I've got my maths right, plus his 40 in inducements. He's got, I think, 230k to spend as the Lizards. I had a quick look, and there's nothing really what stands out for me. So, as much as I like a bench, I think I will go Wizard and Babe. Personally. But we'll see, won't we? We'll see. They're in the inducement phase now, by the sounds of it. Gary said the match, so hopefully we'll get this game on any minute now. And we'll see. I think Gerdley starts favourite. I was really impressed with Pimp Master. Bullied the Dwarfs in round 1, but good luck trying to bully this Orc team. They've got 5 strength 4 pieces, 1 strength 5 piece, tons of guard. So they're basically almost matching the Lizards strength for strength, but have more guard. Gerdley said Wizard for Pimp. Is that what he's taking? He could take a Babe if he wants. If he's just gone with a Wizard, that's a big mistake. Especially when you've got a bench. Oh, okay. Right. He's bought a Skink. So, Skinks, right, okay. So, yeah, oh, God, here we go. 230. So, 190. Yeah, 190. So, buys a Skink for 60. That gives him 130 teeth, 130 inducements. He got 40 of his own. Gives him 170. Wizard, yeah, okay, cool. So that's alright. He's gone for a bench. I like that. And he's got a Wizard. So I like that a lot. So we're just waiting for him to get to the pitch now. You think Pimp's favourite? I think, I think I'll struggle to get past the Vamps. But if I get past the Vamps, I think out of the 3 teams that are left, the Lizards, the Chorfs and the Orcs, I'd rather play the Lizards because I think I match up a bit better to them than the other two. Because I think Gerdley's Orcs are better than my Orcs, especially all round anyway. And, who wants to face Claw? All that Claw. Because you'll either get your ass kicked and go out, or you'll win and have no team left. And if you beat the Chorfs, the next game is the final. So you could be going into the final with no team, and that would be disastrous. I don't know what's going on here. If they've already done... Well, I'll just keep pressing it, and we'll see. I'll go back just in case. It must be any minute now. They've got to be on there. There we go. So here we go. Maybe just me and you, Sparky, talking tonight until there's join. And the annoying thing really is like when I stream these things, especially if there's a few other streamers on, a lot of people come in when there's about 2 turns to go. So it's like they've missed a really good game, and then they come in for the last two turns or something. I mean, we was lucky with the 3 hours because we got plenty coming in, but they came in mainly after the 2 hour mark. So, but we'll see. So you're thinking Pimp will win then, dear? Well, I think it'll be close. I think the Orcs have the better team, but he's got a Wizard. As long as he doesn't lose many pieces, he'll be alright. And getting that extra Skink is really good. Because he only had 4 Skinks, now he's got 5. And Gerdley does have a Mighty Blow, piling on, jump up, Blitzer. So here we go. So, by the looks of it, the Lizards will have the ball first. I think that's pretty safe to say. The fame's gone to the Orcs. Haha, Deathball, what a hero. We've got two of you in the chat to talk to me. Sparky and Deathball. You'll have to let me know who you think will win Deathball. Pimp, I think Sparky probably thinks Pimp's going to start favourite. I think the Orcs start favourite. I'll just take off the normal skills, so that's what they've got left. So the Orcs have won the fam roll, or the fame roll, but the Lizards get the ball first. So this is the last game for round 2. The next round will be quarterfinals, and that's the money game, innit? If you win that game, you've guaranteed €100. Sadly, for the last time ever. Gedley, probably one of the best coaches never to win a Champions Cup. He got to the final last season with that really average Norse team, so he did extremely well there. And when I looked at this Orc team, I was like, I've got to tip this. But I thought, you know what, I won't tip him. I don't want to curse him. Yeah! I know, it's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible. I just curse everybody. Saying that, though, Sparky, I've tipped the last 2 winners. So, you know, I'm on a bit of a roll. All right, okay. I wouldn't worry too much with that. I don't like Sneaky yet, I'll be honest. But I suppose he's looking. Look, I'm gonna try and get extra value. I'll get that. I don't too dislike it. I wouldn't have took it as my first skill. Most people would probably say Ged's the better coach out of the 2. On what we've seen. But hey. Snow was the best coach what wins. And like I said, I was really impressed the way Pimpmaster beat Abandoned Dwarfs. Really impressed. So, like I said, he does have the speed. And if he can get a few removals, I've got Torres Vamps. So, a Strength 5 Vampire. I don't know how the heck I get the ball off him. And he's got 14 players, and he'll have a Wizard as well. So, yeah. I'd rather play the. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather play the Vamps than Shod's Wood Elves, who we beat. But that's going to be a really tricky game. And Torres, I've had a good few clashes with Torres. It'll be a good game. So, but this is it. This is crucial. If the Lizards can get off a good start, get the ball safe, remove a few players early, then all of a sudden this game changes a lot. But breaking AV9 and doing it is another thing. But, as I've said a lot of times before, AV9 and Orc doesn't sometimes... There's times I've seen both, ironically, Saurus and Orc armour just crumble to dust. I mean, everyone who saw my... It was my first game when I had 4 players off the pitch after 3 turns. Oh, that was my last game. My second round game. And he's got kick as well. So, here we go. So, extra reroll for the Orcs. But the ball is totally safe for the Lizards. And the interesting thing about the Pitmaster is he must hold the record for most concedes given to him with Lizards. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. And an arm break, but it's just a stun. I'd love to see that get removal. He's got to protect these skinks though, because there's a few mighty blow tackle pieces in the Orc ranks. Oh, dub skulls already. The amount of times I see dub skulls on the first turn is just ridiculous. I see it way too often. You sort of now can hit with your Crocs because it doesn't matter what you hit with now, because if you fail, you haven't got to reroll anyway. The ball is safe anyway, so even if you turned it over, it won't make no difference. But that's not what you want. First turn, lose a reroll, down to 2. doesn't want to be picking this ball up yet. I don't think. I think I'd hit with the Crocs first. Oh, he's in a blitz. Blitz the kicker? Ugh. Not good. So I didn't see who won the toss. No, I didn't. Block comes in nicely. I'll be honest, I didn't see it. Oh no, is obviously Lizards have got it. In my first two games, well, first game I didn't have a choice. Second game I won toss and decided to kick. Thought, you know, I'll start trying to kick these playoffs. And every time I kick first, I've just had horrendous first halves and I've had to really fight my way back. So, you know, it's like maybe I should receive for once. But it depends who is. You'd think he's going to pick this up with the blodger. You'd think, and the blodger's got leap as well. Don't really know if that's going to help. It's a 4+ in it, leap. That's a weird skill to have on a skink. Agility 4, you wouldn't even on Agility 4 because you're 2+ everywhere, aren't you? So I don't know. I don't know what you would. I don't know why he's got leap. Only he knows that. I think something like Shofi would have been a lot better. But hey, some people don't have any fear of what? For the why would you do for the one turner? You're not going to leap and blitz. I just don't like it. I just don't see the sense. Because it's 3+, regardless of how many you go through. I suppose if they've got tackle and you want to leap over, I think it's very situational though. Very situational. I'm sure Shofi would have come in a lot better. Even sprint or catch. But hey, as long as he's happy with it, that's all that matters, I guess. And a roll of 1 for the pickup. Yeah, but I don't know. I just think it's a very weird pick. So that was an absolute disastrous first turn for Pimp Master. The only good thing was the ball is still completely safe, but he didn't remove anything and he lost a reroll, and he's yet to pick the ball up. But you know, he's still got that safety blanket of the wizard, and he did buy a skink, didn't he, before the game, so he has got a bench now, what I think is very good. Anybody know how many squares away from the end zone you need to set up for a 1-10 against a goblin and troll? I can never remember. Anybody able to help out on that? Seven? I have no idea. Because he has got a goblin, so even if the lizard did do brilliant and score on say 10-8, then obviously he still has his 1-10 option, and he's got 4 rerolls. Something will have to go very bad for Gare to use 4 rerolls in this half. Safe to say the blitz is going to be on this strength 5 piece, with his pile on piece, I think. He's got 3 guard, 1 guard, 2 guard, 3 guard, plus the 3 on the blitzer, that's strength 6, 2 die. If he gets rid of the strength 5 guy early doors, well, oh dear. Okay, totally wrong. Goes for the Ugoyawi tackle instead. Let's see if the AV now Lizard's armor can hold. They'll have to hold up twice though. Or will he not? He might not. He might. Gel doesn't always pile on if you're on broken armor, and you might think, you know what, it's probably better be more of a threat against these guys. Yeah, I mean, you can dress it up all you like. I just think it's just a bad skill. Now I've said that, he'll probably win the game with it, but 50-50 with Leap. Phew. Yeah. We'll see. I think Short Feet would have been much better. So we're in the early posturings at the moment. Nobody off the pitch yet. Now this is interesting. What is he gonna do? I mean, are you tempted to blitz this bad boy? You know, because you know with the mighty blow piece, this guy here. Because if you can get rid of this guy, because he could chew through all your skinks. You know, I'd be pretty tempted. I really would. I don't know about you guys. Because if I'm the Lizard player, what I don't want to see is Mighty Blow and Tackle. And that is obviously what he's got there. Guess we'll see, won't we? Taking his time. Taking his time. A minute without moving anything. I'll be honest, I just think really this has got to be a blitz on his killer where you might blow piece. Just seems too obvious to me. He could really make a mess of your skinks. It really could. And as well, and not just that, these two are the two big dangers to the ball, aren't they? There we go. Yeah, that's the right cut. Now, if you can get rid of this piece, wow, that would be huge. Any piece is huge, but this would be huge. You can see where it puts him, though. Better man, he's got to jump up. He might put him there just because of the jump up. Yeah. I agree. Death Ball, I had this pretty much sewn up in 20 seconds. But I am a quick player. But you know what? You know, you've got your 3 minutes, so take your time. You don't want to make a mistake. Now he's going to obviously hit these three guys. And obviously pick the ball up. Oh, he's gone for the ball first. I think I'd have been hitting first. Because now this has put him in an awful predicament. Because if he'd have hit, and then he could have let the ball go. I think. One reroll for the rest of the half is not good. Absolute nightmare. Yeah, exactly. It didn't cover properly, so you had to reroll. Absolutely. You know, he's now. I mean, this is it. This is what frustrates me, and this is what on earth is he doing with that guy? You want to score that early? Really? Oh, he's gone for the one die. Again, you've burnt your rerolls, so you may as well go with your Crocs. Saying that if Crocs goes stupid, I guess, but has Crocs got guard? He doesn't even have guard, so. I mean, I streamed the cross-platform cup qualifier final, and wow, okay, yeah, okay, I can see why, I guess. There's a lot of hits coming in now, Bannon did some one dies. He got one die reroll, so he got a skull, one die reroll, skull, killed his necro wolf. Then I think rolled something like a 1 for regen. But he's going to give a lot of hits off here. And like I said, the guard was the worry. You know, there's plenty of guard on this Orc team, as you'd expect. Don't be surprised to see this killer just go and splat this thing here. I mean, at least at least it's one of his crappier pieces, but no, this is a concern if you're a Lizard fan, because there's a lot of hits coming in now. And AV9, well, I've seen games where Lizard's AV9 just goes completely in a meltdown. That's the leader piece, this one. God, you don't want to be losing that. So already we're seeing the Orcs bullying the Lizards. But the other concern is obviously having just one reroll left now. That's... Ugh. At least he's got the ball in hand. That is the only good thing. And that Orc Lineman's done nothing yet, as he hasn't been able to get his Stampy on yet. Might even blitz this guy. Because he can actually tag that guy if he really wants to. Nope, he's going to go for... Oh no, he's going for... Wow. And that's a niggle. That is a niggled skink. Bye-bye, niggled skink. I'll be gobsmacked if this keeps on the pitch. You put a niggle skink in range of a blitz? Are you mad, bro? Oh, I'd be so tempted to jump on this. Gerd might not. Yeah, he is. The niggle, that's what's tempted him. Oh, wow. 1-3-1-1. Very, very fortunate. And what's that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 GFRs, handoff. Then what's that? Is that? Oh, it's on that. And another 2 GFRs to score as well. Bollocks to that. No way. You'd have to be mad to do that. If he tends skink. Yeah, well, you know, like I said, when I was speaking to people who, you know, before came on, a lot of people expected Gerdler to win because he's the better coach. Doesn't always work like that, though. The way I look at it, if the Lizards can score their half as late as possible and still have the Wizards for the second half, they'll have a huge chance to win. But, you know, leaving a niggled skink for a pylon killer to come at you is not the way to go. Like I said, I think this just sell this guy up the stream. He's like, you know. Oh. Tell you what, I was just about to say, that's not the best thing. That's not the best thing to blitz. I'd say that he had tackle, but don't be surprised to see a foul come on here. Don't be surprised to see a foul, because I know he likes to have a foul. I mean, obviously he's going to hit you. I mean, you think the Orcs are going to get bashed? I don't think they will. I don't think they will. If you can get a few removals, then obviously then you can think, oh well. Yeah, one always breaks, but it not only has to break, it's got to be removed. And I don't know. Well, I presume the Crocs is going to hit the Black Orc, because it can't hit nothing else. But again, the problem is now, he's got this guy here who could be safed, or he could, you know. This is only one die. That's only one die. Crocs does a good job. But again, AV9 is holding for both teams, to be fair. We've just had one break, armour break in the first 4 turns. This is the 5th turn, obviously. And it could come down to a couple of armour breaks, couldn't it? Because they're both closely matched up, and what the wizard does. Yeah, he's going to try and dodge away with his skink up top and stamp on him. I've seen Pimp play a lot, and this is exactly what he's going to do. I can tell you that right now. It's huge, because if he fails his 3+, he's in trouble. He's got it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, here we go. This is how he plays, though. This is how he plays. Didn't get him. That's how he plays. And that's why he got the extra player. Where we'd get the extra player just so we've got a deep bench, you know. And that's twice he's been down and had his arm broken. The dead player, sneaky guy's the only guy who's had his arm broken so far. The problem with this is, because he's done that, this piece, what's one of his nice pieces now, could get squashed. You know? Will he do the 1 die on here? On that? Would you guys do the 1 die on that? Yes, no? Well, he said no. I think I might have been tempted to, you know. I'm going to get hit with 2 dice anyway. Guard goes back in. He got 6 on the armor roll for the foul. Yeah. I don't like 1 dice, but I'm thinking I'm going to get hit anyway, so I might as well. And even a push means he'd have to bring him back on. Oh, I thought he was going to go first removal there. It's just a stun. But they're still big. And don't forget as well, this guy's got jump up as this blitzer. So, you know, he didn't even count as a blitz. So, on a 2+. And you know what? He's got 4 rerolls, so even if he rolled 1, he might have been tempted. But, oh God, my ear. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I roll a lot of skulls, so I was worried about doing these, but I think I... And there you go, he's just been slapped. I think I would have done it. Because even if you get a push, it still means he'd have to then use his movement to get the 2 die. What he would have done. Now, all of a sudden, he's got an orc line orc going to come down now. Where if he'd have done the 1 die, he wouldn't have had that issue. If he'd have rolled a skull, then gladly both could have come down. But it's more than likely he would have tagged it with one of them. Gets very good at using his guard as well, and as you can see, you know, troll going stupid would be nice for the lizards, I guess, if they can. And what would you, if you're the lizard player, what are you doing next? What are you thinking of doing next? Because all of a sudden these orcs are coming. Be interesting if he uses his troll. In fact, he can't now, can he? Because it'll be. Oh wait, up. Here's that. Yeah. There's that 2 die on his movement down piece. Should never put his movement down piece there in danger. Wow. Wow. I am gobsmacked in follow-up with that. No, there's double skulls over here. And the troll. The troll goes down. Wow, has that left a gap for some reinforcements? Double skulls. And then double 1 for the armor. So we had 4 1s on a trot. I am gobsmacked in follow-up here. I am literally gobsmacked. When you say break, you mean like what? I'd fancy going to the left, get him up, try and knock. Well, you can't really knock him down, can you? That's the problem because this guard's here. I'd be fancy to bring him this way to the left. I don't know about you. I think going right would be stupid because that's where all the orcs are. Yeah, but I'm saying I would go down this left flank. Would you agree? Because most of the orcs are on the right flank. I mean, there's this orc here hidden away. Well, it was hidden away. Yeah, it sort of seems that's sort of what he's trying to do. He's not that fast, or is he? I mean, oh god, it depends how confident you are. I mean, you could blitz this guy away, and then the 3+ to get you through here, but that's very risky. I'd have been more likely to come this way. I don't know, but there's a huge gap down the left now. Bezo's in the house. Come and join me, Bezo. You know you want to. Come and bring your sweet, sweet whole accent into the booth. That strength 5 guy, shouldn't he have been here? Just in case he tries something freaky, like dodge out? I don't know. I think now he's got to decide what he's going to do with the ball carrier. He's got to decide what he's going to do with the ball carrier before he starts moving all this shit. I'd be tempted maybe there. Oh, what's he done? I ain't seen it. Another killer's going down. Yep, smart to put him there because you don't want to jump up and splat your skink. He needs to get this removal, doesn't though? The armor 9 holds up. I'm just worried. He's got to move this skink before he does anything, any other dodging. This skink's got to be safe. Here he goes. Where's he going? Oh, okay, he's going to go there. Right, that's alright, I guess. If he can... I tell you what, whoa, where's he going? Oh, wow, you are dicing with death. Oh, no, oh, you are... What's he doing? Oh, no. What is he doing? He's got all the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, splat. Oh my days, what? And this is what frustrates me. Basically, Gerdler gave him the left flank to just go up. And nothing fails, but he's still got himself in a bad spot. How do you do it like that? You know? That is crazy. Well, that helps. He's stupid, but... And this is why sometimes, you know, I don't mean to be harsh when I'm streaming games, but I look at that and thinking, you could have had this locked down really well. See, this guy here should have been there or there. So it locks him down for doing a crazy dodge, yeah? He could do a one-die block here and try and hit with his thrower. But the problem is, you've just given him an easy shot here. This is a nice, easy shot. You know? And what usually you see happens is when people make mistakes like that, they get away with it. And that's why people get frustrated. Look at that. 2 Black Orcs could have got him down. Neither of them did. You know? It might even... You know what? I would blitz with this guy, I'll be honest. But even if he blitzes one of these and just tags the ball carrier, you know, that would be fine. But I just think the way Gerdler came around here, and with him not following up, it just seemed like, wow, he's given the left. He dub-skulled the troll, and I'm thinking, wow, the left is so open. It just needs to go down there, protect the skink, and you'll score. By some bad luck. And I think he will do all these moves he needs to do, and then he'll go for broke with this. I would. And you know, and this is why, you know, when some people get very defensive of it, when PC coaches say, oh, well, you know, console coaches, blah, 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 not as good as us. And it's little things like that. A decent PC coach, and same with, you know, would be saying, well, why would you give him the option? Why would you give him the option to do it? You know? Boom. The Crocs, I don't mind what he's done with the Crocs to a certain extent. But wow, there's the first K of the game. The trusty AV9 armor gone. And ironically, if it had gone for the dodge, he would have clobbered the skink with them dice. Oh, that could be a reroll. He's got 4 of them. There's 5 10s left. Yep. So what Gerdler decided to do is said, you know what, Bernie, I'm not going to risk the dodges. I'm going to just roadblock here. You can't really roadblock it, but the problem we've got now is if the Crocs goes bonehead here. If the Crocs goes bonehead, you're in deep trouble. Because you're going to probably have to... What you're going to have to do, you're going to have to blitz with your Saurus, smash this strength 4 guy out the way, then come back, and then bring him through, and then bring these 2 skinks through. So, you know, this is easy enough to manipulate. You know, I've probably figured this out in 20-25 seconds at most. I'll be honest. I would have gone for the kill. a 3+ and I've got blodge. So I've got a 3+ dodge built-in reroll. And even if I use that reroll there, I've still got my own reroll to dodge and hit him here. He could have still done this sort of stuff to a certain extent as well. And if he'd have done that, he'd have got the ball loose by looking at the dice what we rolled. But to me now, yeah, you could do, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I like that actually. That's all right if you want to do that. The only problem with that, doing that, is now he's either going to have to dodge or he's going to have to come the long way around. You know? Whereas if you'd have hit this guy, you had a huge gap. Even a push. And there's no dodges about. What Pimp's doing here is making this game a lot harder for himself. He's like playing a game and he goes to the skill level and they're saying, you can complete this on easy if you want, mate. He's like, nah, I wanna play this on hard. Or extreme. Because Gedley has given him these options and he's let him off with a dodge here. And he's making it awkward for himself. And I don't know why. Because he's strength 4, he's strength 5. You know? Because the thing is now, he's relying on a dodge. If a dodge fails, he probably loses the ball. Wheelie, come and join me in the chat, mate, before I drop my mic. I'm starting to get triggered, mate. That's what's happening. Oh, I mean, you better not fail it. Fucking hell. Balls of steel. But you know what? He could have saved all that by just hitting this guy out the way. Maybe he didn't fail many 3 rolls. Maybe he didn't fail them. I mean, technically, you shouldn't fail many. But what I'm saying is, you're dicing. Oh, wow. Where's that? What the fuck? Why would you... Why? Why would you move that? Why would you move that? What? What? I'm done. I'm done. I'm really done. I need someone in the booth with me. I'm too tired to announce this shit. Else I'm really going to get pissed off. Someone get in the bloody booth with me. That was just fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. What the fuck was that? Seriously. I'm sorry. But, Bears, get in the chat with for fuck's sake. Take this over. You're a lizard coach. Come in. Come in. Pimp Master's a nice guy, but seriously, man, you've got to play better than this. I mean, this is the playoffs, you know, so I expect, you know, decent quality. It's not that what bothers me, whoever scores. It's just, why make it hard for yourself? I mean, that Crocs, you didn't need him there. Just put him here. Or there, if you're going to do this crazy shit. Because you can still dodge on a, you know, it's still a 50-50, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you could go 5, 6 and do that. You can. There's a lot of things you can do. I don't know. Gailey probably won't because he won't play that risk. But, well, it is rewarded in a way. But he's lost his reroll now. His last reroll. You know? Yeah, you don't mind the Crocs there, but what is it actually? Because this guy he had to risk the GFRs for. If he didn't GFI him, then that's the problem, you see. But again, all this sort of came round because of not taking out the right piece. This guy should have been taken out. And you know what? He's a lot more scary than a freaking kicker. It's just, he's making it so hard for himself. Really hard for himself. And now he's got no rerolls left. Oh god, don't even get. I can't speak about that guy. I'm already triggered with this. And to be honest, he's not important to me. I don't like wasting my breath on that guy. Oh, he's gone for it. Yeah. Don't not like that. It was worth it. It was a 2-die. It was there, and that's why I didn't like the Crocs there. What do I know? You know, it's not like I've ever won this thing. I mean, the thing is, I've got now against Gardley. I mean, obviously, I'd rather, you know, if I choose between the three teams, if I'm looking to get past that monstrosity strength 5 vamp, I'd obviously rather play Lizard because it's a better set for me. But the other reason I'm trying to challenge the Lizards as well is it's a new coach. I like to see these new coaches coming to the playoffs. It's really exciting for them. And you always want them to do well, don't you? You always want them to do well and get a buzz for it and try and get back next season. But he's making this so hard for himself. So hard. He had to bend the second reroll because he didn't position right. He didn't make the ball safe if he failed it. And that was because the Croc was in the wrong place. Although he's going to turn around and say, yeah, well, he failed it. Yeah, that was a 50-50. If he didn't fail it, there's a very good chance that ball was coming loose. Because this guy had tackle. And let's say he doesn't get it, he's got to stand firm. So he can't save him. And if you dodge away, it's a 3+. Because you've got no rerolls left now. But he got lucky. No, when I say new to the playoffs, that's what I mean, Bears. I think it's his first time in the playoffs. You know? I dare even think what he's going to do now. And the problem is now, what he's got is he hasn't got that safety at the reroll. So I would like to say, right, this strength 5 guy blitzes a data player, then we'll make some sort of protection here, no problem. But if he goes there and gets dub skulls, you're in deep shit. So I guess he's got to move this skink somewhere, move his scoring skink. Wow, I'm done. I'm done. I can't do with this shit. Why score? Why score there? Answers on a postcard. I just... Do you know what? The only time I've ever felt like this, and this might be because I'm tired, I always get a bit arsey when I'm tired, is when Wheelie did that wizard. And to be fair, a lot of the other stuff Wheelie did I liked. And I was cheering Wheelie on, and he never triggered me apart from the wizard. This full 6 10s from the Lizards as... Oh, well, not all 6 10s, but the last 2-3 10s has just triggered the fuck out of me. All I need him now is to waste his wizard, and I've done with it. And I ain't even playing this game. I'm not even playing this game. And I'm so triggered and pissed off. I'm not even playing. There's only one wizard I actually had to take my headset off wheeling. And it has to be really filthy, because I'm used to seeing like 50-50 wizards. But why score there? Why? Why would you score there? There was no reason to. The only threat he had was on the floor. Because he failed the preemptive tail. Does he not know that Garley's a very good coach? Is he treating Garley some sort of noob? Is that what he's treating him like? Because that's the feeling I've got. He's leaving shots on the ball. He's leaving... You know, I feel like, he probably isn't. But I think I got it into my head that he's like... thinks Garley's a noob or something because the way he's playing. There wasn't enough danger. There was definitely not enough danger. I'm very safe. And as soon as that thingy went down... I'll get told off for the missus for being loud in a minute. I'll tell you that now. She'll come down and kick my ass. I said, don't worry, I'm announcing by myself. I'm usually pretty quiet when I'm announcing by myself, but I didn't expect to see this. Yeah, and the reason why he had to roll, yeah, and he bent his reroll for no reason. I didn't like where he put the Crocs. And to be fair, if you don't dub Skull, you're safe. You know? I'd be willing to risk that. But I could have moved. I mean, personally, myself, I'd have moved the Crocs if you needed to move him. If that went bonehead, then you might think, probably might have to score. But I'd have done that. I'd have moved the other skink, and then I'd been formulating him a plan. Could I make this ball safe if I did dub Skull? If I could, let's play. And I think you could have done. I don't know. I just haven't liked anything he's done since well, 10, 2 or 3. I don't know how Gerdley's going to be thinking. I mean, I think Gerdley'd be extremely happy. Liz has got no re-rolls. 3 10s is a long time, even for an Orc. The good thing for Pitmaster is he's not lost any plays. His KO's come back. Like I said, I ain't got a problem with Pitmaster. He's a lovely bloke. You know, it's nothing personal. He's just triggered me. It takes a lot. If you can imagine how many games I've streamed over my lifetime on the Ps4 and even the Xbox, and I've seen some crazy shit. I've seen on the Xbox a foul on 10-16 instead of scoring to win it and getting sent off, and that didn't trigger me. So, you know, for me to be freaking annoyed announcing a game, it takes some doing. You know, and I apologise to Pinmaster if he does watch this back. You know, I'm just trying to be honest. You're lucky you're 1-0 up. You know. I probably have, mate. I probably have. And you know what? If I was streaming that, I would call it the same. I played an awful game in the semi-final, and I came on and said, look, you know, the co-announcer's trying to be nice to him. I said, mate, that's the shittest I've ever played, and I'll call it. But I don't think I've been as bad as that. Not on that. That's just a consistently bad thingy. But I just thought that was bloody awful. But let's see. Let's see how his defense is. If he wins, it doesn't matter, does it? He scored. That's the positive. Maybe he's thinking I've got the wizard. And look at that. Both teams lose a 10. Oh, dear. So he's got 2 10s now. To be fair, though, I should never stream when I'm tired. I should never stream when I'm tired because I just get pissed off too easy. But, you know, this looked a good game on paper and nobody else is going to stream it. And like I said, I picked up that game late yesterday. You know, I don't know if you saw the Case Dwarf one against the Necro, and that was a 3-hour playoff fest, and it was one of the best games we've ever had in playoff history. So, you know, this had the potential to be, you know, a good game as well, and it still can be. It's a great kick as well. I think at the moment, you know, all the 50-50s are going one way. He's going to pick the ball up, or he's going to hope to pick the ball up and throw it to the goblin and screen him off. Yeah, I'll just see what happens here first. He needs really to do 1 GFI to make it easier. Or he can put the goblin in there now and bring him, I don't know. Yeah. And then throw it next turn. Thing is, though, and this is the funny thing, is you can take the goblin out with the skink. Unless he puts the guard next to it. Oh, there's a failed GFI. Yeah, you saw that game. Yeah, that was an amazing game. Well, I think that's an Apo, whatever it is. That's an Apo. That is an Apo. You have to Apo it. It's the playoffs. You have to Apo it. Have to. What do I know? Strength 5 block piece. Apo definitely works. I don't know. I'm not even gonna. Would anyone else have Apo'd that? I thought that was an obvious Apo. Yeah. Yep. And what Gerd has done here is give himself a lot of scoring options here. Don't forget the Goblin does have catch. He has. I'm not gonna because it's not gonna be nice for him to me bitching on him. I'm just gonna try and be a bit more mundane and just call as I say it because Yeah, you know what? Deathball, you're probably right. You know what would be even better? Stalled out a bit longer. But I don't know. Thing is though, if you fail with a ball and he scores, and you go in, if you go in half time 1-1, and you got no wizard, do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just think I don't even know what I think anymore, to be honest. I mean, you could try and hit the strength 5 guy, and hopefully, if you can get him down, he's got to stand firm anyway. My head's gone, if I'm being honest. You could put 2 skinks here. I'll have to look back, Deathball, but I'd already figured it all out. The only risk was a dub skulls, but you know what? It's the playoffs, and I'm not going to be worried about dub skulls. It's as simple as that. I wouldn't have got as many playoff wins or championships if I worried about dub ones. And yeah, sometimes it will happen, and yeah, I will bitch about it, and I will moan about it, But if I'm worried about a dub ones, then I don't think I'd ever would have won a championship. I'll be honest. I just maybe it's because I know Gerdley very well, and I know you give Gerdley. Well, it may be the most arrogant thing I've ever said, but it's the fact that it's a double one. It's not the most arrogant thing. It's just a fact. If you're scared of rolling 2 die thinking you're going to get a double one, you're going to struggle to win a championship. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. It's on the Ps4 anyway. It is on the Ps4. I don't know. I just maybe doesn't know how good Gadley is. I know how good Gadley is, and I know if we give Gadley 3 10s, he's going to score. Bar ironically some ones. So I don't know. If I'm being arrogant, but I'm being honest, and I'd rather be honest. Right, so let's see what he does here. He's done his best in defence. That's good. We like this, don't we? We like this here. We like this there. Why am I playing wrong? I tell you what I'm thinking here, right? I can score. Plus point of scoring is it's a touchdown. Yeah? Let's see what happens here. Dead. Now I would say that skink should have been a square further down. You know? If that was here and here, then shouldn't that have been better? I think so, but hey. Like I say, you're giving someone 3 turns in the playoffs to score because you may roll a double 1. If people think they should score there, fine. But as an announcer, I have to call it as I see it, and I just think it's wrong. But it's not a agreed block. It's not a agreed block, and it's not a pointless block. Why is it pointless? You're blitzing off that piece. You're going to blitz him off the other piece, and then what you've got about 3-4 pieces to help protect the ball. Unless you roll a double 1, but you could move the other pieces. I mean, personally, I would have moved the Crocs first. If the Crocs had gone bonehead, then I would have probably said, you know what, you're right. I would have probably done what you would have done. But I don't know. I just don't like it. If he doesn't score, it doesn't matter, does it? And he got lucky because he lost a turn. So, Yeah, yeah, we do. But but we're talking about a tactic there where it wasn't a needless block and it wasn't a greed block. It was a tactical block to secure that he could stall. But I agree with what you said, that before that, his decisions before that made him burn the re-rolls. Like you say, maybe if we had a re-roll, you would have probably wouldn't have stalled. You would have probably stalled. So I'm not disagreeing with what you lot are saying, but I'm just saying, personally, against Gerdley, giving him 3 turns. Well, no, that's right. That's right. If I made a 4+ call, burning a reroll, what had left me with 1 reroll left in the semi-final, everyone said, don't re-roll it. I re-rolled it. I won the semi-final when I won the championship. If I'd have played safe, I was scared of, I might fail, I might not even got to the final, and that's what I mean. You've got to be careful. You've got to be careful, and I don't disagree with that. But the way everyone's coming across is, it's a double. He might roll a double 1 here. My point is, if you go in half time level, Gerdler's the favourite. But like I said, everyone will do it differently. You're a great coach. You would have played it different to me. A GFI is what he needs now. And he makes it 1-1. And there you go. And I saw that when he scored. And now he's a Crocs down. But it didn't happen, which in my humble opinion I would have happened. And he put a skink in danger, and that's dead. And I'm just calling it as I see it. If people disagree with that, then well, fair enough. But I think that half is gifted Gerdley it. And if you want to gift someone, gift him it, then fine, gift him it. But that's the result. I don't know how. I don't know how he could see that. There was no Orcs. What really could have got the ball off him. He didn't apple the Crocs, no. He was a badly hurt as well. I'll go back and look at it, and if I'm wrong, Deathball, I'll quite happily hold my hands up and say otherwise. But the way I'd figured out in, like I say, is that after he failed that dodge coming away from the Crocs, and obviously he was on the floor, you could have made it a slightly safe screen, and as long as you didn't roll a double one, it looked good to me. It looked really good to me. And like I said, there's no way I'm giving Gadley three tens. Not unless there's insane pressure. And ironically, the Lizards was helped with the kickoff event, so you had to defend for 2 tens. He couldn't even defend for 2 tens. So, it's alright saying, oh yeah, well I'll score. And I get it, scoreboard pressure, but this is Gadley. Gadley's not going to be worried if you go 1-0 up and give him 3 tens. He ain't going to be worried about that. He's not playing against a noob. He's playing against one of the best Ps4 coaches on the console. He's won plenty of private leagues. He's not going to be worried. And if you give him 3 tens, he'll find a way to score, unless, ironically, he rolls some ones. And he scored on 2 tens. And the other thing as well, you've got to see what weaponry he's got. He's got an agility 4, movement 7 accurate thrower as well. Yeah, I agree. Because the thing with the Apple is it works. It's a guaranteed work. He's already struggling strength-wise, I think. So not to... I don't know. Just the game itself just put me in a bad mood. I'll be honest. It's just put me in a really bad mood. And then the Crocs, I mean... I think... Was it Wheelie who said... maybe he's not playing it like a knockout game. While I'm at it, I hope you can still hear me. I'll invite Wheelie. If I can find him. Bloody hell, Wheelie, where are you? You've got to be on my list. Well, I've invited him, so when he's on. So he's got his wizard. He's not got a Crocs. He's only got 10 players. I think the thing why I'm probably annoyed as well is because, like I said, I like to see these guys. I mean, he's not a new guy, but I like to see the new guys who come into the playoffs, have a really good run, really enjoy it, and then come back and play again. But he's just made it so hard for himself, Defense blitz would be good here for him, I guess. Perfect defense would be good for him here. Oh, Wheelie, my hero.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm triggered, man. Yeah. I'm triggered. I'm so triggered.
Well, I used to play with Pimpmaster and MVP a couple of years ago when I first started playing football, and he started about the same time as me, and I believe he's had a year out doing some education work. He's only just come back to it, so I think he's basically learning quickly again, and he's got to this playoffs probably earlier than he probably expected, these playoffs. And you will see problematic issues with his play.
But, I mean, I can agree with that, but then explain to me how you get about 14 odd concedes playing like this. You don't, because the amount of concedes he's got in the ladder is just ridiculous. You don't get concedes playing like this.
Well, you don't want me to get my tinfoil hat out, do you?
No. And there's another injury.
Yeah.
But
April this week.
Well, if he doesn't, then,
Uh,
well, he might as well just throw in the white flag. Because he's running out of players.
I suppose you'd be looking for a KO now, wouldn't you? To April, if you were in playoff mood.
Well, you could do. You could do. He's let that go as well. Um, I don't know. I'm just glad you're here because my head's gone. I need a stiff drink.
No problem. I'm having one again. Yeah, got the whiskey on the go and a bit of lager. Whiskey chaser and a bit of lager. I might need it to watch this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really want to be giving Girdley any opportunity.
Well, this is it.
I mean,
He's just an amazing coach. And I'm just thinking, does he know
he
who
is.
Gedley is? He's not a noob.
Probably not. He's not an MML guy, is he? Him and Lone Wolf Jackson created their own league called the Battle Zone or something.
Yeah, that's right. Battle Academy, I think it was.
Yeah, they left MVP and set up their own league because there was a few arguments.
Right.
And a lot of people that were fed up with MVP went and joined this Battle Academy. So
Right.
it's sort of like how MVP got started. They were all MML players, and
Yeah, and they had a big bust up, didn't they?
MML.
Yeah, they had a big bust up with
they created
Breach.
their own
So.
league. Yeah. So
Doesn't surprise me, but hey ho. Well, I'm not going to go into a rant with Preach. Like I've said earlier on, I'm not bothered what Preach does. I don't want to waste any breath on him. But I like I said, Deathball has just basically turned around and said a good wizard could turn this game, and that's all he's got left. But I think the Crocs was I should have appoed that. You're in the playoffs now. If you lose players, you lose players. It's as simple as that. You know.
Lizards with their fireball a ball. It's like Woody's having a ball. Really, if you can get the skinks in the right position, it's deadly. You know, so I agree with Big Looker there. A good wizard could turn this game around completely because that movement on those skinks, you know, is key. It's about using it right, though, isn't it? And
yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't think also that he's got the playoff mindset yet, or he's watched enough games. I've never seen him in chat watching games, playoff games. In his defence, Pimp Master. So it does take a certain, like you've explained, tactical awareness in these games, you know, and also a different approach to it, you know. And he's playing it like a normal Champions Ladder match, isn't he? From what I've seen.
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? Like I said, I disagree with Deathball over the stall. I thought it was a comfortable stall and he didn't roll a double one. And if it's arrogant, I don't care. If I worried about double ones all the time, I wouldn't have won a championship. It's as simple as that. And if that comes me across arrogant, I don't care, because that's the truth. You know, it's playoffs. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to make decisions you don't like. And a two-die blitz isn't the most scariest thing you can do, is it? You know?
That's not scary.
And the thing is, he got lucky because obviously the kickoff event made him lose a 10, so he only had to defend for 2 10s. You know? I would have rather risked going in at 0-0 than going at 1-1. But I mean, like I said, Deathball, I'll go back and watch it after the game and have a look. And if I'm wrong, I'll message Deathball and say, look, I apologise, he was totally right. But like I said, everybody's got their own sort of way of doing it, otherwise Blood Bowl would be boring. But when I'm announcing, I call it as I see it. And I just thought, as long as you don't roll a double one here, mate, or dub skulls, however you want to call it, you're definitely going to be able to stall another 10. Now, what I could say is, even if you stalled another 10 and scored on 10-7, it still wouldn't have been enough because, as we found out, he couldn't hold on for 2 10s against Gerdley. So, who knows? It's gone now, but I think, like Deathball said, the big decision was not appoing the Crocs. That to me was just wow. Because the thing is, I figured, I don't know about you, you save this Apo for one of your favourite players, and you'll get something like a -1 strength, and you'll roll the Apo, and it'll come up with something like dead. So it fails. He needed that Crocs now, and he hasn't. And you know,
badly hurt on your big guy. you're just going to re-roll. You're just going to roll that Apo just because it's a guaranteed he's back.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, the Apo isn't guaranteed. So it's a no-brainer, really.
I suppose it depends as well on what you're facing. If it was against elves or something like that, I wouldn't have had an issue with it. But because it's against orcs and all this strength they've got and all this guard they've got, you're just giving up your strength 5 piece. And he's got a prehensive tail, so if he crashes a corner, at least he puts another threat. It's just so frustrating because it did a lot of things.
I think we all agree.
Yeah, sorry.
We all agree that was a mistake. Welcome to streamer and Ania. But if you saw his game versus Abanon, speaking of Abanon, in the first game, he actually scored early against Abanon and then defended for 2 turns.
Dwarfs are a lot different compared to orcs. Yeah, like I said, Deathball, it's fun. It's fun, and like I say, I have great respect for your players, and especially vampires. I just think it, and to be honest, it triggered me the first few turns before that. If I wasn't triggered, I probably wouldn't have even gone as mad as I did. But I just seen him play that, and he had such a good chance to make it so much easier. Like you said as well, Deathball, if he made right decisions the turns before, then we wouldn't even been discussing about scoring early, would we? He'd have done it right, and he would have probably stalled till turn 7, turn 8. So it is what it is. I agree that he made mistakes beforehand, and that's why he had no rerolls left. And as you said, Deathball, the position he was in, you would have scored. But at the end of the day, what he's done is he's put himself now in a major problem, because straight from scoring the LOS, he loses his Crocs. And then he didn't Apo it. And like I said, you can see. I mean, that Crocs is no good next game if you're knocked out. If you get knocked out now, that Crocs is no good next game because it doesn't matter. And like Wheelie said, he obviously doesn't have the player mindset, or he must have gone too comfortable last game against the dwarfs, and he's just thought, oh well, I'll just just do what I do. But dwarfs and orcs are completely different kettle of fish. Dwarfs are all strength 3. And a lot slower. Where this orc team with a bit of agility in it, and he's got all this strength. He's got 4 strength 4 black orcs. He's got strength 5 trolls. He's got strength 4. Is it blitzer as well? He's got an agility 4 movement 7 accurate thrower. He's got a lot more options to score. And I'm sure if Abanon had these options as well, he would have just done the same. So.
And he's really standing off. So this wizard isn't a threat at the moment.
Yeah,
because there's no scoring options.
Yeah, but like I said, we've all made mistakes. I've had some shocking games, absolute shocking games, and you know what? That's fine. The only issue I have, if someone's going to criticise, they tell you why they don't like it, and I like to think when I criticise a player, I tell you why I don't like it. I don't usually turn around and say this is a bad player and then not tell you. And that, and if people want to agree with me, they can. If they don't, they don't. It's nothing personal.
I'm criticising you because I'm tired. I'm in a bad mood. I'm Bernie. I'm a champ.
Yeah, I am.
That's it. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
No. No, you do. I'm being flippant, but yeah, you do. When I've watched it back, I've found a good pearls of advice every now and again, where little tweaks to your game always improve it. Like you say, with the pushing, pushes and stuff like that, and not seeing them. I didn't see them for ages, but you
are getting better right now, aren't you? You are getting better at it. I mean, that's what I've noticed. Well, like I said. Yeah, you do, and this is all I do when I stream. It's not. I know sometimes I come across as harsh and that, but it's just the way I am. I'll never change. But when I do say it's a bad play, then I'll tell you why I think it's a bad play. I'll never turn around and say that's a bad play and then not tell you. And then I'll say what I would have done if I had an option, and that's basically. They may not agree with what I've said, and that's fine. They play the way they want to play it, but I've had a lot of people before messaging me back, say, oh yeah, I watched it, and he was right, oh yeah, I learnt that, and then they go on and be a better player. And at the end of the day, I want everybody else to be better, and then we can win much more cross platforms, can't we? Yeah.
See, what I don't like about his setup at the moment with this lizards, it's far too passive and too deep. It needs. Oh, it's going backwards. he needs to push up against the Orcs to at least one square away from their movement, because Orcs are slow. I mean, well, the medium pace, but really they're a bit slow, especially with that thrower. I mind he's got 6, he's got movement up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's fine. But now he's retreating,
yeah.
he's giving ground, and it annoys me, because I know as an Orc coach, there's nothing worse than someone squeezing the territory on you and you having to fight for every inch.
This is what happened when you streamed my game with the Kislev, didn't he? He just let me just roll up the pitch, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was like, "Thanks very much, mate. That makes my life a lot easier. You know, if I'm not going to have to fight my way for full movement, thanks very much." And this is what he's doing. And the thing is, he's not actually moving them away so they don't even get hit as well, you know. So it's...
I'm not sure what he's doing in the moment, to be honest.
I didn't know what he was doing first half, and I still don't know what he's doing now. And if this is going to be a foul, well, good luck to him. But if again he's in the same spot, if he doesn't break armor, then we're going to have a stand firm tackle, might blow a piece there. And if you don't get him down, then the skinks are going to have to dodge, might fail it and injure themselves. See, I just, you know, if it works, great. Let's hope it works for him. Doesn't. Now we got 4 players on a stand firm piece with guard. So now these 2 lizards and this skink down here, what he's tried to protect, doesn't matter, because guard is going to just go mince everything else around here. He'll screen these off as well. So he'll try and cut the if he wants to. He'll try and cut the pitch in half. And yeah, thanks
he
for
can do
coming.
what he wants.
Yeah.
He can do what he wants because he's not under any pressure whatsoever.
And the thing is, he's already 3 players. So he had 12 players to start with. So he's now down to 9 players, and he's fouling. And if that got sent off, then he's got 8 players, and that's skink as well.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah.
I just don't get it. I mean, I'm used to him fouling because every time I've seen him play, he fouls with his skinks. It's nothing new. But sometimes you've got to think, if I don't get him off the pitch or stun him, they're going to lock down 4 of my players, and there's a very good chance I'm going to have to burn a reroll if I want to dodge, unless I get lucky and can roll a lot of 3+s. And the other thing as well is that is 3 skinks. So if the wizard's coming out, that's 3 of his skinks locked down. 3 of them. Them 3 skinks, if you're falling back, them 3 skinks should be behind the lizard, behind the Saurus, ready to hunt when the ball gets loose. You know?
Hang on a minute. I'm trying to think of what he could be playing at, right? And I've come up with an idea.
Go on.
Maybe he's trying to suck the slow orcs into his arse, as far into his arse as he can get him, hit him with a fireball and run away with a skink. Maybe that's the plan.
Yeah, I pretty much thought that would be it, but the problem is he's now got 3 skinks locked in with the tackle piece. So it's like, fair enough, send 1 skink if you really want to and see if he'll lock them all down, but, you know, I don't know what he's going to do. And the thing is, Gailey will probably go down this flank anyway. He'll go where all his players are.
But if that's the plan, it's not a great one anyway, because you can do that anywhere on pitch against orcs. You know, you can, as long as you've got that 7 movement and plus, you know, you get your 2 GFIs, 9. You're away, you know, from them. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, what as an orc coach, the worst opponents I ever face are the ones that you have to fight for any ground, like that hold the line and you can't get anywhere. And sometimes you just have to give up trying to score to take the ball because you get stuck bogged down so easily with orcs. I mean, Girdley got the throw there, but I mean, I very rarely make a 3+3+ throw and catch, you know, even with re-rolls, you know.
No, I know that. Pit.
So yeah. So to see opponents, like we saw the Kislev the other day, we said it was a big mistake to just let you just run your full movement allowance. Yeah. To see teams do it and annoys me because I know, as playing orcs a lot, how hard it is to play an opponent who restricts your ground, restricts the spaces in front of you, and screens you off. You know. So, I mean, it does annoy me.
I mean, like I said, I think what was it, 3 turns? I was 4 players down, dead blitzer. My star player had already gone. So yeah, it really is on the mech. You can hear him, can't you? Please tell me you can hear him. Yeah. And I got it. I mean, even though he got the ball loose all them times, I mean, he could have run the ball back when he got the ball off me, but tried to punt it. I don't think that was the worst thing. I knew what he was trying to do. At least I knew it made sense. But obviously, he fumbled it. So then I got the ball handed off, and I was aware. There's no safety. You know? So hopefully they can hear you, or they might be thinking I've completely lost it. I'm talking to myself.
I think my settings should be all right.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Before.
Yeah.
I've low mic'd Bernie's game the other night and it was a fantastic game to watch. Annoying in the way that the Kislev coach was going about it. Bless him, you know. I mean,
to be fair, he's quite new though, isn't he? He's really new.
Yeah.
Pitmaster isn't new, you know. So.
No.
You know,
but he's had a year out, so we're giving him benefit of doubt, aren't we? And it's his first playoffs.
You say you're giving him benefit of the doubt, but how has he racked up so many concede wins then? If he's playing like this, you know. But hey, let's not get into that, I guess. But you know, I
put it this way: I've never seen a record like that. First 9 out of 10 games and 9 concede wins. You know?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
So I was expecting amazing play. You know, God, this guy makes everyone concede. He must be amazing. You know, and I see this sort of play. I'm like, people conceded to this. I mean, I played him. I mean, I beat him, but he played a lot better than this. Although he did like to base a lot, but he played pretty decent. And I don't know what's happened to him tonight. But like I said, we all can do this. I'll probably end up playing absolutely shite in my quarterfinal now, and everyone can rip rinse at me, and I'll be fine, and I'll deserve it. You know. But I tell you what, while you're here, how do you get the ball off a strength 5 vampire?
How do I get the ball off a strength 5 vampire?
With my team, yeah. I've got to try and get the ball off a strength 5 vampire with my Orc team, and he's got a wizard as well. So hey, all fun. But I was trying to figure out how I get rid of how I get the ball off him, and I really don't know.
Have you got strip ball?
No.
Okay, scratch that idea.
I don't think I have death ball.
My go-to answer against vampires is kill all the what they're called. I always forget the names.
The meat thralls.
Yeah. Just work them out, kill all them, and then hope for lots of bloodlust. He's very good though.
Torres class act.
With vampires.
He's a coach who could watch a lot. I don't think as good as Death Ball. I am biased though, because I always say Death Ball's probably the best vamp coach I've ever seen. He's the equivalent to our Shagrath. Shagrath's very good vampire. Yeah. He's that good.
Yeah.
Oh god, that would have been nasty if he'd have gone. So it's funny because like Orcs against Vamps, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd rather play the Vamps than that bloody Wood Elf team of Schultz. But I'm thinking, crikey, he's going to have a Wizard. He's going to have a Strength 5 piece. How the hell do I get the ball off him? And you just hope that he chomps through his Thralls, I remove a few Thralls and pray.
But my first defeat with the Orc team I deleted, who were like second at one point until you came along, and a few other Orc coaches. My first defeat was against his vampires, and I remember being frustrated for the whole game because he wouldn't give me a shot. He wouldn't.
He's such a good player.
I couldn't get the AV7. AV7 was holding out well, and they're frustrating games for Orcs when you can't bash AV7.
Yeah.
And I think he won 1-0, and he frustrated me for 16 turns. He's a great coach.
Yeah, he's an amazing
coach.
He's
from Cyprus, isn't he? He's from Cyprus.
I thought he was Swedish, but or Scandinavian. I think he's a Scandinavian coach. Watching from somewhere like Italy, and I would have said that, but I'm sure he's a Scandinavian coach.
We're both probably wrong, you know. But very good coach. Always there or thereabouts when he tries. He doesn't. He doesn't
always try in the sea ladder, but I think against most vampire coaches, I'd have been confident, but Torre is a different kettle of fish. We had a good fight actually in the Civil War, Goblin v Goblin. That was a lot of fun.
I remember when he had a Nurgle team a couple of years back, seasons back, and they were
Yeah.
really good as well.
Oh
I think they
yeah.
went quite deep.
Yeah. He's a good coach. He's a very good coach, and I've definitely got a game on my hands. And if he beats me, he beats me. You know, it is what it is. I just hope I put on a show.
That'd be a great game. If no one's announcing that, I'll announce
Yeah.
that one.
Good man. Good man. I'm just
It'd be
seeing
very
if
entertaining.
this could be deadly though. Uh oh.
They
Well,
won't injure it.
I presume he'll probably. Oh yeah, that's getting upload. And if it fails,
Is it?
well, there's going to be a big learning curve here if this fails. If you're not appoing that, what are you saving your appo
You're
for?
going to need it at one corner, aren't you?
Ooh, the appo saved. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad for
You're
his
going to need that
sake.
for one corner.
I'm glad for his sake the appo worked because I'd have been a bit upset for him if it didn't. But at the same time, he'd have learned a harsh lesson. Um,
Yeah. Well, you can't rely on them.
no,
You can't rely on them. They might.
no,
You go on them runs where Appos just kill your players. Just
Yeah.
like, do you want me to kill him, boss? Well,
Yeah.
I think he's already injured, mate. You know,
Yeah.
I want you to heal him. You know, can you do that? No, I'll kill him though, boss. I'll kill him. No, just leave it. Yeah, leave it.
I mean, the thing is, he finally got a foul off and he KO'd a blitzer. So you're like, yay! But then obviously he's come back, stunned a lizard, and now he's got another skink off the pitch. But again, he put his skink out there, and that's one of his best kinks. Just there going, hit me. You know, it's not protected then. You know, it's just
Another thing with me is if I ever see a goblin on the pitch for Orcs,
yeah.
my tackle piece is like
Yeah.
trying to get in distance all the
Yeah.
time because I'm just like, I want that easy AV7 hopefully, you know, stun to injury, you know.
Oh, it's no secret, whatever platform I play, if I'm against a team who have one of these options of a 110 throw, 9 times out of 10 they'll score against me. Always. I'm just like, I just accept it. So, but if I see a goblin, like with a troll, I definitely have the goblin to play, yeah. I just can't be doing with me seeing this just be scored against me time and time again. But yeah, and
Especially
plus it's
if you've
easy to
got
injure
cats
as well. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, this Orc team, I was going to tip to win the full thing, but I've tipped Gedley a few times and cursed him. So I thought, you know what, I'll play nice into the last main prize thingy because I like this Orc team. It's got everything. It's much better than man. But oh wow, it's so well balanced.
They beat my Orcs twice. They were both good matches, and you know, there were a couple of hits on his ball carrier that didn't go my way, but every time you play Girdley, you don't expect him to make many mistakes. That was Fireball dead. Ooh.
Apple's coming out. Get the apple out. Get the apple out. The apple's coming out. I presume he's got an apple. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, dead into dead. Well, just as we were saying, Apple runs on pitch and goes, "Yeah, he's dead, boss. Don't want to kill him."
Yeah.
You
said,
him.
didn't you?
Heal him, you stupid git.
You said, didn't you? You just said apples come around killing people. You get this. You go through this run where the apple kills them. What happens? An next apple comes on you, dead. Wheelie said he's going to die. Well, that changes it slightly, doesn't it? What is it with these fireballs of late? What is it with these fireballs? I've seen so many fireballs, and they've all been great. Even Mercy's fireball against V-Power V was great, and then V-Power tried lightning bolt, and of course he rolled a 1. Well, this now is huge. He's got him down, so don't scatter this, or I will lose my shit. I've tried to be polite and calm, but if you scatter this ball now, I think I'm going to get a stiff drink. A real stiff drink. Because there's no need to scatter this. Put him onto your Nexaurus. Please tell why I did that, Wheelie. Please tell why I did that.
Well, he's hoping it comes back to a skink, isn't he? And he might just.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've got that.
He could have just got the ball anywhere. He could have just got the ball. He didn't have to do
No, he
that.
just needs to move that. He moved that big black orb.
Yeah, and there you go. There you go.
And his
What a
skink.
surprise. I can't take much more of this. And now he's blocked him. He's blocked his skink in, and now he's going to have to make some tackles. He'll have to go back with the ball now. I'm done. I can't take much more of this. I'm gonna go get a drink. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna let you talk this because I can't see what he does next. I'm gonna go get a stiff drink. I can't take any more of this. I'll be back in about 5 minutes when I've cooled down.
No problem. Right, so the recovery options here are the skink. So I would go with the sidestepping, blodge, leap, skink. I would try and pick up with him, and where would I go? I would go left of my field because they've got 3 Black Orcs and no legs that side, so I would pick up with the sidestepper, blodge, skink, go left where the Black Orcs are and there's no pace, shield off with the other 2 skinks, and then look to leg it downfield next turn. That would be my play. He's not doing that. He's gone. Right, so maybe he's looking for a handoff. Well, he's shielding with those skinks, so I presume it's the same play, but he's going to pick up with Sammy B, which for me is a little bit of a mistake because he's got no skills on him. He's used his re-roll, so he needs a 3. If this 3 don't come off, he's lost his fireballs for now, and it didn't come off. So that's put him in a few problems. How many Orcs are through? You see, I would have gone for the ball first rather than move my skinks away because you can't guarantee that ball's going to be picked up, and it wasn't. So the Orcs are back in it. This could be, these couple of turns now are going to be the game, aren't they? Who's going to win this fight for this ball? We've got Sammy B's going to. No, he's not going to get a smack because unless it's a blitz. There is a chain push to get the strength 4 guy. Oh, double skulls. Yeah, I'm going to say there's a chain push here to get a guy on the ball and remove 2 players from the 2 lizards from the balls. He's done that chain push. Got his strength 4 guy on the ball. So it's 1 lizard, 1 orc. So he's going to stand that other Saurus up. Gets the hit on the skink, no armor break. We've got a killer blitz. We've still got the blitz incoming, which could be another chain push. But he hasn't got an assist for. Oh, he's got the gobbo assist, so he can get a 1 dice. And maybe. No, that's not a chain push, sorry. So I don't really need to worry about that. Unless he puts the gobbo in there, then it is a chain push. He puts the gobbo in to the line for the assist, and then pushes him away with the killer. That might be the play. Tuck the gobbo in front of the stand firm blitzer, come around with the killer, get a 1 die, and hopefully push him away. Now he's moving the gobbo there, and it's just going for a straight hit. It doesn't get it, gets the push. It's probably not wanting to scatter this ball, just in case it pops out behind. So, yeah, he's not going to scatter that, and
I'm back.
It failed the pickup.
Yeah, I presumed he would. That's why I just left. I just thought I'll just put myself a Jack Daniels, and I thought, you know what, I better take the bottle with me because
you missed the chain push. Thirdly, he chain pushed. He hit the Saurus and chain pushed the Sammy B the skink out. Got his strength 4 blitzer on the ball.
Yeah.
This is the game here. These next few turns, these battle for possession here is the game.
Yep.
Who's going to win it? We'll find out. But Girdley's put himself in a very good position now to win the battle of strength here.
I mean, it's a funny game because basically Nuffle has said to the lizards, "Hey, you can win this game if you want it," and the lizards have said, "You know what? I'd rather not win this game. I'd rather just go and get myself knocked out." That's the way I feel it's gone.
The major mistake he made in the last move, apart from the ones that you discussed, was he actually moved his skinks away, assuming that he was going to pick up the ball.
Yeah.
Rather than making the grab for the ball first before moving these two skinks. He created his shield on this wing, but he's moved his skinks completely out of position. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He needs to stop some.
Why he scattered the ball, I have no idea at all. I'm just because obviously if he didn't scatter the ball, he already had a clean run through. So he didn't have to do it, and he did, and I had no idea why he did. And the thing is, right, he can't re-roll that. He probably will.
No, you can't re-roll that.
He will though.
You don't have to try the 4 pickup with the re-roll. You're going to just eat it and try the 4+ pickup with the re-roll. Dark Fist will tell you it's 75% or something.
Dark Fist gets some crazy. He don't fail pickups.
He don't fail pickups. 4+ are not a problem. 5+ aren't a problem.
It's, I mean, I don't think I've ever been frustrated ever watching a game ever in my life. And if you think of how many seasons I've streamed, this is what 21st season streaming, and I can't remember one other game what has triggered me so bad than this one, because it's not because I'm trying to be nasty, because I want him to do well, but he's just throwing it away. He's just, I don't know why. Maybe it's pressure. That's something I usually acknowledge.
If he can pick this ball up with a skink, it's not over yet.
Wow.
And there he is. Can he dodge out?
That's the thing, isn't it? Can he dodge out?
And then I think he's going to hand off as well. If he can, he's going to try to hand off, I think. Oh, that's it. Game over. Game over, man. Game over. Do we roll on a 6+ catch?
No, because the thing is, if you catch it, it's gonna end up getting smacked anyway.
Yeah, that's.
What
was that as well? What was that? I mean, he had the dice there to just pick it up with. He was trying to hand off. He was trying to be too clever.
Yeah.
Though he had the dice there to pick the ball up. He had a 6, a 4. He had a 4, a 6, and a 4 for them dodges. When all he had to do was bring that skink round, pick it up, and get. He was trying to be too clever.
Yeah. And now he's going to pay.
He had the dice to do it.
Well, this won't be scattered. Gailey done made that sort of mistake. There we go. And you know what? Gailey deserves to win this because he's done the right things. And I think, he's sort of, you're glad in a way that he's won this, because I'd have felt sorry for him if that handoff had worked, because then I would have felt bad for Gailey, to be fair. Because there's only one coach who's played this right, and the other coach has had so many chances to just play normal, and he's just not. He's just refused to play simple Blood Bowl. Whether that's pressure, whether that's me being harsh, I don't know. You can all make your own decisions, but that scatter, when you didn't need to scatter it, you just didn't need to. The lane was there for you to just run through, pick it up, and you're gone. And he thought he'd scatter it for no reason apart from, you know what, I don't really want to work for it, I want to make it a lot more easier. But that scatter could have gone anywhere. But the scatter actually helped him. But then he couldn't. But the problem is, he then had to clear the other Black Orc, what he didn't do. Now, you can say he was unlucky not to scatter that Black Orc, but if he didn't, to remove that Black Orc, but if he didn't scatter in the first place, he wouldn't have had to worry about that block. And he'd have been at the other side of the pitch if he'd have picked it up.
I mean, he made mistakes after that as well. He carried on making mistakes. I mean, those dodges were unnecessary. He would have succeeded if he'd just picked up the free skink. Yeah. He also went for the ball with the unskilled skink. I mean, if you're going to pick up the ball, pick it up with the blodge sidestepping
Yeah,
Reaper guy, and he ran him upfield, and I was like, what are you doing?
yeah.
So
His only hope here is if he fails to pick up. That's the only hope.
yeah, and he gets
And
a nice scatter.
yeah, and I really don't fancy the 110 option from Pimpmaster, because if it's anything what we've seen for the last 13 turns, I don't think he'll be able to 110, even though he needs a few pushes.
It's fine because Girdley will concede on turn 16. We've seen what happens,
Now, you know what? I'd be tempted to hand this off and just score.
Yeah,
It shouldn't.
that's an option.
It doesn't have to. But hey, why not?
I don't think he will. I think he'll consolidate here. They're not going anywhere. These Sauruses. There's no break tackle on them, is there?
I think there's
Break
one.
tackle. Oh, he's the mailman's stunned though. So
I don't know what he's going to do. One stand firm's KO'd. I know that. He's got one stand firm there. I just don't know what he's going to do. I've given up trying to.
he needs to get his skinks round into a defensive position in front of the Orcs.
Well, he can get.
That's his last hope.
I mean,
if he
gets that KO back though, Deathball, yeah, it's going to be pretty almost impossible. Although the troll doesn't have stand firm, but
Right, he's actually getting his skinks in. He might have to GFI this guy, to get him into the corner. It's a big decision, but I mean,
I have no idea anymore. My head's gone. I don't know what he's doing. And the thing is, if he tags this killer with these other skink up top, he's probably just going to kill him. The Orcs do have kick, yes. They have kick as well, so it's not looking good, is it? Kick's on the bench, as you can see.
I'm just going to refresh my drink as well. I'll be 1 minute.
No worries. Wow. Fuck's sake. Might as well re-roll it. We've seen him work before, but it's not the worst thing he's done, to be fair. He's still got one reroll left. I mean, the thing is, even if that wasn't actually that bad, because if he'd just got a push, it could have pushed him at least into these guys. I mean, obviously, he probably just took a chain push to get him out, to be fair, to a certain extent. But then even that was actually a pretty good move, I think, to be fair to him. Give credit where credit's due. It was a ballsy move. Could have, if he'd have pushed him in, that would have been beautiful. But unfortunately, in the 4 dice, he couldn't get it done. But, that's a lot better. Personally, I think, anyway. I mean, what he's trying to do is something I do a lot, so I can't criticise it and think, you know what? Try and make him score. So I've got 2 turns. If I can keep myself 2 turns with skinks, I've got a chance, haven't you? You've got a chance. That's what he'll be trying to do. But yeah, I like that. I like that move. Be interesting to see. I think, yeah, I like that a lot. I really do like that what he's done. I don't know if anyone else liked that or they disliked it, but you know what? I didn't mind that.
Would you like something? What was that?
It went for a red die uphill. If it had got the push, it'd have pushed him into the Saurus. But he's got a sad stepper on the ball carrier. The skinks are screened to a certain extent, so he can't really make a safe screen unless I've missed something. So it'd be interesting to see how he does this. He's actually done something I've liked. It's only took 15 turns. And now he's done some I've liked.
Now he's got the Bernie seal of approval.
So we know how that curses players, don't we? Yeah, so I'll probably curse them now.
14. For turn 14, Pimpmaster got the Bernie seal of approval.
Seen it for approval there. Can't be bad. That's better than going through to the playoffs, surely.
Exactly.
Death Ball thinks it's been done by accident. Probably, but hey, I'm gonna give him it. I'm gonna give him it. I mean, the thing is, right, I've spoke to Pitmaster a lot, and I love the guy. He's such a pleasant guy. I've had a laugh with him before. Ironically, he says he's a big fan of mine. He probably won't be a big fan of mine after he watches this back. But here we go. What's he going to come up with? Is he going? Is he going to go for some sort of cheeky stuff?
Push.
I think, yeah, but the pushing. That's how I'm trying to figure out where
the push
doesn't help. He's gonna have to, but he could switch it to the right if he wants to. But that's risky with a break tackle Saurus there. So this is why I say I like this, because now he's making Gerdly think.
Options.
That's right.
No easy option.
That is right. And look, you do something what seems a good play, whether it was accident or was right, and look how long Gerd is thinking. 18 seconds. He's now thinking,
yep.
What do I do? Do I stall? Do I go for the TD? Do I try and dodge with agility 3? We've seen obviously the Skinks fail it. There you go. Now this is a sidestepper. That could be a reroll. If he rerolls, he still needs 2 GFRs. See, Blood Bowl isn't hard if you make the right choices. Right, so he's plastered him. But can he actually score? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I don't think he can. I don't even think he can score. I mean, I'd push him right next to the Goblin, I think. That's not bad either. I don't exactly hit that. Oh, that's a shame. That is a crying shame. But now he can't score. If I got it right, could be wrong, but no, he can't score. He had to dodge.
I'm not sure I would have followed. That's just took him further away.
Yeah, because you're not going to pile on, are you? Well, if you do.
No.
Well, yeah. He had to follow. Oh, you had to follow, yeah, because of the dodge. So he had to, because of the dodge. He'd have had to dodge otherwise.
All right.
I think. I don't even know. Do you know what? I wasn't even paying attention now. I was just trying to. It'd be funny if it had piled on though.
Yeah, you had to follow. Yeah. That's my mistake there.
Right. It'd be interesting to see
what do now.
If Killsy was here. I can tell you now that Strength 5 Saurus is dodging. If it was Killsy, absolutely dodging. And it'd have worked. I'm not saying I would have done, but that's Killsy all over. He would have been like, right then, Strength 5. 5+ with a reroll. Anybody want to tell me what percentage that is?
You can one dice him with the Skinks if he just it's a couple of dodges. That's the easier play.
Yeah, it is the easy play. Get the. I mean, he's gonna have to do a few dodges, but get the diving tackle skink
on him, yeah, as an assist.
Yeah, like put him right in front, right behind the guy with the ball. So then, if you do push him, then at least you'll still have him tagged on it, the diving tackle. I mean, granted, he could obviously blitz himself away again, but and the thing is as well, do you re-roll a failed? Do you know what? The more I look at it, the more I'm laughing about Kills' thing. I might just think, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna try and dodge with my. He's going. He's all in.
Tackle.
There's no guard on that though. Okay. All right. I so understand. He couldn't. He didn't have the thingy. I think if he had the movements hit him, I would have probably said, yeah, go with that.
Dice now. He's got 2 dice now. If he's going.
Oh wow! And that is all it wrote.
think I would have just took the one dice option, really.
But it would have been a 1 die anyway. Why is it a 2 die? The strength 2. That Saurus doesn't
Oh,
have.
that wasn't an assist. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not guard, is it? No,
Yeah.
sorry. Right, so I don't understand what that was about, really.
And he's right.
Right.
It was the wrong skink first. It should have been the other skink. You know that down tactic skink should have been the first one he did because then at least he's got diamond tackle on it. And he's always lost his reroll.
He wanted to get tackle, but he didn't have dodge anyway. So
No.
So I'm not sure what that was about with the Saurus.
No. It's over. And he's lost his last reroll, so now he needs to be perfect on his turn 16 shenanigans, but he needs a lot of luck. But, you know, like I said, on that turn 14, he did one thing right, and it actually made Gardley have to think about it. But Gardley's just not had to think about anything in this game. It's been pretty, you know...
Apart from that last turn...
Yeah. But,
yeah,
you know,
as
you would have said, like in my game, if there's an experienced coach, I don't know, like a Projecki, when that fireball had gone down, the ball would have been at the other side of the pitch, no doubt about it. And here comes what I like to see, what we call the lovely push play. And, yeah, there's a TD. I mean, if Gardley was to go win a championship, I'd be really happy for him because, you know, he's a really good coach and he does deserve one. He's had a few near misses.
He's a multiple MML champion, a great coach.
He's class.
You rarely see him make mistakes. That Benico missing the one turn is very rare to see him miss something like that.
Yeah. And that's why I thought in the first half when he had such a massive piece of field on the left side, and for him to really mess that up, and then had, as Deathball said, he messed up so much that Deathball said, "Look, I've got to score here." Where if he'd have played it right the few turns before, he would have still had rerolls, and it'd been a lot safer to stall it.
His stand firm guys come back.
Yeah.
So that makes it a lot harder.
This is done.
Yeah.
You know what? Even for Stand Firm Guardian come back, I still think it's done. He's got no rerolls. Everything would have to work here. I honestly think Nuffle has given him so many opportunities to win this game, and he's not took one.
In his defence, he's playing one of the best coaches on the Ps4, and it's first time in playoffs. You know, I didn't make the second round until I think my fourth playoffs, and then I sneaked through versus Arzaway in extra time.
Good old Arzaway.
So he's done well. You know, there's learning to be done. You know, hopefully watches it back and takes a few a bit of advice. But he's done all right. You know. He played well against Aberdeen.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Result,
I was impressed the way he played against the Bannon. I was really impressed the way he played. And he, like I said, didn't play that bad against me. You know, even though I won, he didn't. There's a few things in there, but it wasn't really bad. And I think the thing what I'm frustrated here is a lot of the things he had to do wasn't what we'd class as a high level coach who had picked it out. These were standard plays he had to do, and that's all he had to do. And, you know, as much as we can go on about should he have scored in the first half, that scatter, when he'd done the wizard, the ball's there ready for you to pick the ball up and score. If you'd gone for the ball and you fail to pick up, then that's just the way it is. But to actually do what he did, for no reason.
These are the games that you kick yourself about. I mean, I had no chance. I had no chance all game against Projecki. So I don't feel bad about that game. Like I said, it was just a one way game where they happened, you know.
Yeah.
And them humans just took so many injuries this season. They were just a liability.
Yeah.
But it's these games that keep you awake at night when you've had the opportunities,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
and you've made the wrong decisions.
when I played some bad games, they do haunt me. They do haunt me. Because we all do them. And if this was me, if I was this Lizard coach now, and this was me playing, this would hurt, because I'd watch it back and I'd be like, oh my god, Benny, what on earth? You're better than this. You missed this, you've missed that, and that's what he needs to do. If there's any positive from this, is if he can, if he can listen to it back. He might not, and I don't blame him, because obviously I am harsh in it.
I think he will. He wants to improve. I've spoken to him many times. He's a nice guy. He's a great. He's a great guy to speak to. He's enthusiastic about the game, and I think he probably will listen to it back. But there is improvements that he needs to make. I'm sorry to say, but it's basics. You've got to play. You've got to play against teams and recognise their strengths and weaknesses. The problem with Orcs is they've got a lot of strengths, but one of the weaknesses is the fact that they're very average movement. And you need to squeeze them. And make it hard for them to gain ground. I keep going over this fact, but it's the truth. When it's the truth, oh dear.
That's game. That's game. Nuffle's had enough. Said, look, I'm not even going to entertain this.
Yeah.
That should be all he wrote. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think what's triggered me is there's so many basic mistakes. It could be playoff nerves. I mean, Gary can make us all look daft, me included. But I just feel frustrated for him, because he's new in the playoffs, and he had a really good chance of pulling off a shock here, and he's basically just thrown it away. What can you say? 13 average, 3 it's all over. It's 2-1. Really well played, Gardley. The only time Gardley looked like he was in trouble was that wizard. I mean, that was a brutal wizard. He has lost he's lost a big piece. So the wins come at a cost, but Gardley's good enough to go through that. It'd be interesting now, because we've got Gardley's Orcs against Dark Fists, Choffs, and a lot of Claw. That is going to be an amazing game. Yeah, best coach won. And you know what? The amount of times we turn around and say, oh God, we moan about the best coach losing all the time. He deserved to win, because he didn't do anything really wrong. If I want to be nitpicking, and it's a very small nitpick, is that he left the left side open early on. But I'm really nitpicking here. And that gave the Lizards a really good chance to use the movement and get it done. He missed that dodge as well, what I would have gone for. But again, it's situational. He had a 2-die on the ball with 2 dodges and a GFI. Didn't take it. But yeah, the best team won. The best team won by a mile. And sadly, for Pimp, he should have won. That he probably should have won. Nuffle gave him enough help to have that game won. In the end, I would have personally upheld the Crocs. I think a lot of us said we would have upheld the Crocs because of who was against. And the worst thing was the scatter after the wizard. That was criminal. Absolute criminal. And he got punished for it. And that you could basically say that scatter he did there cost him the full game. Because, if he didn't scatter it, pick the ball up, he was probably going to be 2-1 up and game won. So
I've just looked at the dice logs. They have a slightly better dice. He got a lot of pushes. I mean, 24 blocks succeeded for Lizardman is quite low. That's like a Wood Elf block succeeded rack. 24, you're looking for mid-30s at least, I would have thought. So it's a learning curve. Hopefully he'll learn a lot from this. You learn more from your defeats than you do from your victories. And hopefully he'll keep. Well, he's second in the CCL ladder this season, so he'll be back for more.
Yeah.
Hopefully he learns a bit from it, and comes back a better player.
like I said, I mean, I am a bit tired. So I very rarely stream when I'm tired. But I thought this could be a good game. But I don't think I've ever been so triggered in my life. And I think it's more to do with just you're against one of the best in Gerdley. Gerdley doesn't make any mistakes, but when he gives you that left-hand side, and it's not even hard to get what you need to get, and then he makes it right pig's ear of it. He makes it so bad. And then he scores. I would have scored because there's no way he was going to hold him for 3 turns. He then gets the kick-off result, so then he has to hold him for 2 turns, but he couldn't even do that. He based up an Oak Blitzer when he didn't need to base up an Oak Blitzer, and guess what? He killed the skink. It's little things like that, so there's another player down. But then, like I said, even with all that, and then he stands back in the second half, what I wasn't too much of a fan with. He then goes for a foul and then gets 4 players on the stand firm. He then leaves one of his best players out for a blitz from a killer when he didn't have to. But even with all that, he then throws the fireball. He gets lucky with the fireball. He kills the Orc thrower. There's a gap. He knocks the Black Orc down. There's a huge gap. Just put him out the side. Run your skink through. Long as you pick it up, you're away. And you probably won. But for some reason, he was like, you know what? I just want to scatter the ball. Then he got a decent scatter. But then he had to get the other Black Orc down. And that's when his bad luck did come in. Because it couldn't get the Black Hawk down, but that was never an issue if he didn't scatter the ball. And I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking, that's why PC coaches watch us and don't give us the respect because of stuff like that. You don't really, I mean, I don't watch PC playoffs, but I don't think I'd see that sort of play on the PC. And
you'd be surprised. I've watched a few. They make many mistakes.
Well, that's
reassuring. They make as many mistakes as we do.
In the playoffs as well, yeah.
And Arnie was watching the stream the other night and laying into them saying, you complain about Ps4 players. Yeah,
that makes me feel a bit better.
He was laying on thick to Artemis Black about the way they were playing, There really was some crazy stuff going on. I think it happens to everyone. Where pressure gets to people.
It does. It's happened to us all.
People downplay pressure. And the only way you relieve that pressure is through experience of playing constantly in these high pressure environments. Then it becomes less,
Yeah. I mean,
so the newer players, I think.
It's like the amount of times I've turned around to people and said the pressure, and people just laugh at me. They're just whatever, And even Kazim Kass, and everyone knows who Kazim Kass is. Even he said when he played the final against me that the match got to him. The event, because it was the final. He did stuff you wouldn't usually see him do, and that's the pressure. Mm-hmm. And that was his first final. I'd already been there, so I knew what. And to be honest, I wasn't expected to win that game, so there's no pressure on me at all. I was expected just to roll over, and be runner up. And pressure does a lot of stuff. Now, if Cass was in the same position again, in a similar position, damn right he would have done it differently, and he'd probably win the match. But it's all the experience and the pressure. And he's going to have to, if he looks at it back, he's going to just have to look at it and think, as much as harsh I am and much as I'm ranting and raving, if he actually looks at what I'm saying he should have done, he may take it on board, he may not. It's up to him. I call it as I see it. You can agree with it or you don't. It's the way it is.
The worst thing for him is he will remember this game. He will have nightmares about this game, because the worst thing is when you have chances to win. Well, here we go.
Against a good coach.
And you don't take them. And that's when you kick yourself, And what we got here, we've got so we've got Cami against Pajecki.
No, it's not Pajecki. Yeah.
Hario against Mercy. These are all good games, good coaches.
Yeah.
We've got Torre against the illustrious companion of mine in the chat, Bernie, and we've got Girdley against Darkfist. All of those 4 are crackers, really.
Which game? If you could only watch one game out of them 4, which one would you watch? I think I'd want to watch the Girdley versus Darkfist, if I'm being honest.
I think I'd have to agree, because there's something about Darkfist, and not so. He enrages me, because all the games I've played against him, I've never seen him fail pick up. I call him Hackfist now.
It doesn't matter if it's a 4+, a 5+, doesn't matter, he picks them up.
I vividly remember, turn 15, he had to get he had to do a handoff. He had to pick up a 5+ with his bull centaur in a tackle zone, dodge out with break tackle, hand off to his other bull centaur, and get all the movement and all to get down to score on turn 16 to beat me. It was 1-1 at the time, and he got everything. He got a 5+ pickup. He got the dodge. He handed off to his other bull. He ran the full length of the field and scored on turn 16 to get the win.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been playing and watching him. He doesn't fail pickups.
It doesn't.
Hackfist. It's Hackfist. I tell you, that's his new name.
To be fair,
I'm trademarking it.
Yeah. To be fair, he's not the only one I've seen who doesn't fail pickups. But then the thing is that I'm very negative because I'll think, oh yeah, I'll try and pick up with a bloody bull and he'll freaking fail, and I'm like, oh look, see, look, man, never work. But I don't know. I mean, it's good. I mean, like I say. They're all good coaches. Anyone can win out of that. And if Tory beats me, he beats me. As long as he beats me, I don't know.
I tell you what, though. If you look at the matches, what's the second most? In fact, those two top games are going to be exciting because you've got agility versus Skaven agility.
Yeah.
You've got Wood Elves versus Lizards. They're both going to be exciting games if they both go for it. There's not a bad game in that lot. You've got the vampires that can self-destruct against the orcs. The battling orcs. That are just going to do their jobs. And then you've got orcs against claw basically, and a strength 6 bull centaur.
Yeah.
Great games. This is the great set of games. These. Really looking forward to them.
Yeah, I think the top half. I can see projecting it. I can't, unless he rolls bad, I can't see projecting losing because I think Wood Elves are always a bad matchup for Lizards. And he can just leap in and punch the ball carry, can't he?
But he hasn't got his strip ball. He hasn't got his strip ball war dancer anymore because Gruber killed him. So there is that in Cammy's favour. Unless he upgraded his war dancer. Unless he got a level,
he got a level up. He did get a level up, yeah. So whatever he's took, I don't know.
So he might take strip ball, yeah. He might take strip ball with the other one, yeah. So
I must admit, my game personally is I don't know how the hell I get the ball of a strength 5 vampire. I don't usually come up against strength 5 a lot, but I mean, it's like when we run about like things like, I mean, obviously. It's well known I always play the underdog, and people, and I think it was Kazim Cass said, "Oh yeah, you say that because you don't want to handle the pressure," and it's not that at all. The reason I always say I'm the underdog is because if I get arrogant, as someone's already said, or cocky, then I'll get complacent. And if I come into a game and think, oh yeah, this is easy, I'm well favoured, I'm going to win this, no problem, then that's when you start playing bad because you're complacent. If you're turn around and if you come in your own mind, make out the other team's better than you, go, oh well, he's got this, he's got that. Then before the game, your brain's already said, right, here's the danger, that's the danger, you've got to do that, got to do this, and your brain's already, really knowing you've got a game on. If you don't go into it, and that's the tip I've always had. I learnt off Serious Jest, is that I make out the other team's better than me. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But my way of thinking, if I do that and say, well, this, and this, then I know I'm not going to get complacent. Because if you get complacent, you're out. Against these quality coaches, any of these coaches get complacent against their opponent, you'll get beat. It's as simple as that. And that's the reason why I do it. And it's all mentally, and that helps me. So that's what I do.
Even if logically you can explain to yourself that you are the favourite, even if logically you can do that, Nuffle might just say no. And we've all been in them games where I should be winning this game. I should be winning, but I can't get the dice. I keep hitting this ball carrier. I've had eight dice on this ball carrier. He keeps giving me hits, and all I'm getting is pushes. So you can't ever go with that attitude that, oh yeah, I should be winning this, because Nuffle just turn around and go, well, screw you. Yeah, I'm not going to give you a dice to do that.
And that's it, isn't it? I mean, it's something I've learned over the seasons, because you fall on track, think, oh yes, I'm against this or this, and you think, oh, this is going to be easy, and then it isn't. It's not. And then all of a sudden, I mean, like my first two games, I'm against a guy with not a great record, and I had to take him seriously, and he could have beat me. And then obviously I went against him Kislev, and again, give him the respect. Everyone's telling me how new of a coach he was, but he could have beat me as well. And I'm almost certain if I'd have got into
that first half against that Kislev team was all one-sided for at least 5 or 6 turns. I mean, you were lucky to still be in it. I mean, you had 5 players removed, all
4
unheard
turns.
of against Kislev. And you weren't getting anything going your way, you know. And like I say, he still managed to give you opportunities to still be in it, you know. And obviously you took advantage. Like Bernie finds a way, just like Jurassic Park. You know?
But the thing is, if I'd have gone into that game like complacent, I'd have lost it, no doubt about it, because I'd have been like, oh shit, now what do I do? But
I think Mercy's saying, who the fuck are you? I'm Wheelie, Mercy. I'm Wheelie. Yeah, you know who I am.
Well, I'm just actually just quickly going through the. Let's have a look.
Oh, he might be talking to Big Look of Deathball. I don't know actually. What do you think?
I don't know. It could be even asking me. I don't know. So who's he against? My head's just shot to pieces. Who was he playing against? I'm just quickly looking through the teams before I go off. Who's he playing now? Oh, he's playing Hirio. I like Hirio. I have a lot of time for Hirio.
Yeah.
He's pro elves.
But he does score early. I've played him on PC as well. He does love to score early.
Well, the thing...
And if you watch him, he does the same move every time, I've noticed. Mm-hmm. He'll create that box on one of the wings. Mm-hmm. He'll pick the ball and he'll put his guy in it, and then he'll score, and then he'll just go after the ball again. He'll score early and then go after the ball. You know, that's his technique. I've never seen him change. You know,
I think against Rats, it doesn't really matter because Rats will be just trying to score as well, and it's going to be a good game. If it's not, if we don't get about 5 or 6 touchdowns, if we don't get 5 or 6 touchdowns in that game, I'll be upset. But that should be a good game, and it might come down to whose AV7 holds the best. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
so,
I think so.
I mean,
any mighty blow? No mighty blow. I bet Steven have got some mighty blow.
Is there any way you can see Cammy's Lizards beat Projecki? Anywhere? Does he have a chance? Apart from pitch clearing him, obviously. Because he's only got 2 mighty blow.
The thing is, Anania, I think, should have beat Projecki the season before. He made a mistake.
Was that with Lizards as well?
Yeah, and he could have beat him, and I think he positioned his skink when he grabbed the ball in the wrong area. He put it 2 places to the left instead of 2 places to the right where he was in defence, and he gave Projecki the chance to get the ball and go downfield and score. So he has a chance, but Projecki's never lost with Wood Elves, so you're not going to bet against him in playoffs. He's never lost in playoffs, so he's a champ. He's a 2-time champ, and he's a great player. You know, and also a nice bloke. I mean, class act.
Is a class act. We'll see if he's actually done something with his Wood Elves wherever they are. Let's have a look. Where is it?
I was going to look at Mercy's team. I wonder how much mighty blow he's got.
I've had a look, but I'll go back to Mercy's team. I'm blind as a bat. I don't know how the hell I actually play this game. I don't know what.
There it is. Mercy's Pet Shop Rampage. It's gone off it.
What does GTF mean? I don't know what GTF means. Yeah. Get fucked? I don't fucking know. Mighty blow. Get the fuck out of here.
Get to fuck, I think.
He's got 2 mighty blow, but he's got a mighty blow tackle piece, so that's quite big.
So he's key into it. That's Stormburner's key, yeah.
Yeah.
So Puyi needs to have a good game.
Puyi. Yeah. So Puyi. So I'm trying to find the Wood Elves. Where's the Wood Elves? Where's the Wood Elves? Ah, there they go. You know, I'm blind as a bat.
He's missing his Rat Ogre for that game.
Yeah,
so he might have some.
He won't be bothered. To be fair,
he might have.
That's not a bad game for the Rat Ogre to miss.
Will he have enough for a wizard then? Because that's about 200 TV, isn't it?
Possibly. I'm just looking at the monstrosity of B Hippie's team. A strength 7 block.
Oh yeah, I tried to kill it. You saw me try to kill it.
Yeah,
I stunned it. And then he surrounded it. I obviously touched the nerve, because he surrounded him based
Yeah.
on the players,
I
didn't he? I
remember.
was
Yeah,
like,
I
I'm not
remembered
having you
that.
fouling him.
I remembered that. It was good. He hasn't picked his level for his war dancer. I think it's probably safe to say it could be strip ball maybe. He's got movement 10,
Yeah.
point and click, one turner, so not that Projecki ever needs any help one turners. And he's got another wrestle piece. I'd be tempted. Oh no, you don't need leap. You've already got 2 leap. But I'd be tempted. No, I wouldn't. I don't know what I'd give him. What would you give a lineman with wrestle? Strip ball, tackle.
Dirty player. No, you can't go fouling. You can't go fouling with else, can you? Dauntless, maybe. Yeah, make him a rackler. Rackle's never bad. Especially, and you can play him. You can play him then in defence and keep your war dancers near the ball. You can keep him as a cover, can't you? Then if he's Rackle.
Right, I'm just having a look at the vampires where he's got a movement 7, strength 5, blodger. And he's got an agility 5. He's got an agility 5 vamp. He's got 2 blodge vamps. They're not too scary. But he'll get a wizard as well. So yeah, Frenzy would be good for Jackie. Frenzy would be good on.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of Frenzy pieces doing really well. In fact, it could be last season. Projecki had a really good one. I think it was against Gare. Was it against Gardley, or did Gardley have a Frenzy piece where push went into the crowd and the ball went loose? I can't remember. That was in the final. But this is the vamps, and then we'll have a look at Man, wherever they are. The Rebel Orcs.
You sacked that AV10 troll, didn't you? Did you sack him?
What happened is, actually someone broke his armour and he wasn't with Claw and niggled him.
broke his AV10,
and it didn't regen. No biggie. But the thing was though, he was getting sacked by the end of the game because that's when I'd found out. Oh, by the way, the reason you're running into all Claw teams, Bernie, is because we've decided to change the TV match from 500 to 350.
Was it?
We admins wasn't told. We found out the same time as you did, and I was pissed. So I sacked an Oak Blitzer with Blodge and Guard because I wasn't. Bad. Yeah, I had to sack him. Obviously the troll was going to get sacked, but I didn't need to in the end, so I couldn't have a troll because all I was running into was the Claw teams. So I had to try and go low if I could. So yeah, that's why I finally had enough cash to get a Blitzer, and it lasted 3-4 turns, and he's dead. So I probably will get another Blitzer because he's gonna get a wizard, and everyone knows I don't like playing with 11 players. So I will probably get a Blitzer. I was thinking of just getting 2 linemen, so I've got 13 players, but I think I'll probably go for the Blitzer and keep 30k to myself.
Projecki says he'll probably get strip or tackle on a dancer. Just so we know.
Yeah. I mean, if that Skink's got sure hands, I'd probably go tackle. But and we'll just quickly have a look at the 2 teams. Brute to Perfection then. So they're still 1860 though. So it's not. I was expecting him to have took up. Oh, he's got 2 level ups. Right. This is interesting because he's got Better Hall, a Black Hawk. I'm going to think he's going to go Stand Firm because he's already got 2 Stand Firms. So 3 Stand Firms means no one's one turning. And he's got a good chance of beating Projecki in the final, so that'd be a Stand Firm for me. And not your buddy guy who's a strength 4.
I love Blitzer. That name, not your buddy guy.
I would probably go tackle, I think, unless you get something else. But what has...
I fancy a bit more Stand Firm,
and I tell you what...
On the Black Hawk.
Oh yeah, the Black Hawk's getting Stand Firm because... And here's the funny thing: the case blocker who's missing is called Gardley. Conspiracy theories, and who's he playing? Gardley. Oh, I think he might fade.
He's done the right thing. Then.
Oh, he's done the right thing, hasn't he? There, he's not messing about there, has he?
He don't want any conflicts or interests. That's what it is.
So
I'll stay out of this game.
Dark Fist has 12 players, and he will get inducements. He could. No, he won't. He won't be able to use the wizard enhancement because it's at Gardley's gate. It's at Gardley's ground. So it'll be interesting to see.
Would you buy a new bull?
Ooh, he has got enough money, has he? At the 130k bulls, he's got 120.
Oh, the 130 are there. I thought, oh, right, okay, so it's 10k off, yeah.
But he's still got enough carnage, damage there. And that'll hurt him though, Gardley being out, because he was a dauntless piece. Obviously going against a lot of strength.
Yeah.
But again, he's got he's the Orcs. The two Orc teams have got a problem. I've got to try and get the ball off a strength 5 vampire, agility 4, and he's got to get the ball off a strength 6 bull. So yeah, good luck to the Orcs.
Shall we look at the legendary player? Let's give him a bit of due respect.
Yeah.
Shall we look at the
points.
legendary guy, Matapalo? I think he's the only legendary player in the playoffs.
Yeah, sorry, Matapalo, yeah, he is caused carnage, absolute carnage, this guy. He's got to be careful with the frenzy, though, because, oh shit, because obviously if he he's just got to be careful, because you don't want to go into a frenzy trap. I think he got into a few frenzy traps in the game against the Necro, if I remember, got away with it, yeah. But he does have Dauntless as well, so this is a nasty piece. He's got Jump Up as well. You know, if I get through the Vamps, I don't know who I'd rather play, but if I ended playing against the Chorfs, I'd like Gardley to beat this guy. But obviously, if I get knocked out by the Vampires, I will be cheering on Gardley, because I'd like to see Gardley win a championship. And I think a Projecki Gardley round 2 would be loving that. So, you know, strength 7 pull. But yeah, I mean, there you go. So I mean, it looks amazing.
How many casualties this guy got then in his career?
Let me have a look. I'll go back to it. Just give me a sec. Do you want to have a guess? Oh, you can see it anyway, can't you?
I'm gonna. Well, no, I'm not looking, but I'm gonna go about 15.
15
what,
deaths?
Too low, do you think?
15 deaths. He's done more than that for casualties, surely. He's probably rocked about 50 casualties. I'm guessing. I'm gonna have a look now, because I'm on stream. No one knows I haven't checked. Here we go. 286. Oh, he's got at least about 50 casualties, I think, personally. You mean like red injuries?
Deaths. I think they've got the deaths. Yeah.
Watch me be complete miles off. Oh, we weren't far off. 120 casualties. 120. What did I say? 50? I was only 70 off.
Yeah.
13 kills.
13 kills. 13 kills. So 2 off. Yeah.
I think Gardley, you need to get rid of this guy.
Oh, this guy's got to be the number one, like, stamping objects, you know.
Man, that is...
He does protect him well, though. He does protect him well. You never see him, like, on his own, you know.
God, I do think, though, he's got a niggled claw piece, hasn't he, if I remember? Or was that Gardley? Oh, no, I think it's Dandy. Dandy's the niggle. I think he's a really big niggle as well. Let's have a look.
96 matches.
Oh, here we go. Dandy, yeah. Damage back. Smash knee, damage back, +3 to the injury roll. If you got mighty blow, +4. So if he goes on the floor, I think even I would foul him that. He's kept him because he's amazing. Thing is, though, he's got piling on, so if you pile on, he's getting booted. Wow, that is amazing. It's not as good as that Dark Elf one.
Horns, don't they?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Good with horns.
What did that thing he have, didn't he? The Dark Elf player, Zerplis. What was his lineman guy? He had like 5 niggles, didn't he? If I remember correctly.
Yeah. And you don't need much. You just need to breathe on him, you know, and he were off the pitch, you know. Finally, he did a highlight reel of all his hits, didn't they? I think you had a couple, and I had one on him, you know. He did a highlight reel.
But yeah, I must admit, I give him a few of them niggles. But yeah, I mean, if I'm going to put you on the spot. Who makes the final? I've already cocked it up, but who makes the final for you? We're going to see if your tipping's better than mine. It won't have to be much. 5 niggles and move bust. Anybody in the chat want to shout out who makes the final? For what it's worth, I'd have gone B Hippie Gardley, I think, or Projecki Gardley, I think.
Well, Hackfist never fails to pick up, and he's got claw, and he's facing, or maybe Orcs.
He is
to get to the final. I presume, I predict that he'll face Orcs and Orcs again. That's just my opinion. and he's got the claw to win the game. So I think he'll be in the final. And I fancy either Mercy or Projecki.
See
Mercy's
again, I would love to see Mercy make a final as well. He's been close a few times before. He's a really nice bloke, and I would be more than happy to see a Mercy. Yeah, death ball, no problem. I tell you what, you might want to see that game because Torre is very, very good player, and anyone thinks I'm going to roll them over. No, it's not going to happen. It'll be a close game. It's a tough match. Most of the people I wouldn't be bothered about, but Torre, he's just one of those coaches. He plays a lot of private league, but when he does play in the in these tournaments, he usually goes far. And it'd be good. I mean, if we got vampires in the final, I'd like that. I don't mind that. A bit of diversity.
I think Mercy's my dark horse, but I've got to go with Projecki because his record in Wood Elves in the playoffs is fantastic, and the only reason I'm going for Darkfist is because he's got all the tools to win those games. If I predict that what's going to happen is going to happen, then he likes being 3 players up, and that's when he usually wins. Put it that way. He doesn't fail a pickup.
He doesn't. He never fails pickups. It's a great skill to have. The only concern I'd have for the Chorfs is that Pep Gedley, world class coach as well, but he's got a lot of guard, a lot of strength, and there's only one bull on the other team. Something goes wrong. I don't know. A rock knocks it out, or something crazy happens to it. Fails a double GFI again and injures himself. Then all of a sudden, this Chorf team's in trouble. And if they don't get the armor breaks, I mean, they probably will, but if they don't, they're in a world of trouble. So I think it's a lot closer. And like I said, he struggled to beat the Necro. And again, Necro should have won that game, I think. He was unlucky in overtime. I felt sorry for him. But again, if he'd have just done a few safe things first, the Necro would have probably still got through. And I think if Darkfist goes through, he'd want to face me, not the Vamps, because he'll happily chew through my Orcs. But the Vampires, with that Strength 5 and them hypnotic gazes and all that stuff, I think that would be more of a threat to him. So I think he'll be cheering me on that game. I can't see Projecki losing without trying to curse him, and I'd like to see Mercy go through. No offence to everybody else. If I was going by my heart, I would want to see a Mercy versus Gedley final, because I think they both deserve to win one. No offence to everybody else.
One thing is for sure that they're all going to be great games. I think. I can't see there's not one dud in this line.
No, you can't call it. Anyone can win any of them games. You can make cases for both teams. But what I will say is, Killsy, please don't side cage against Wood Elves. Please don't. Please don't. So there you go. And if you don't want me announcing your game, play Monday or Wednesday, because I'm working them days. So you won't get me them days. You'll get someone much more friendly and nicer, and will be very pleasant, like Wheelie, who's such a nice guy.
Well, if I'm free. Well, I can be, unless I've had a few drinks.
If he has a few drinks, it makes me look like Mary Poppins. So yeah, you don't want to. If he's had a few drinks, you've had it. He says shit.
I will try and stream these games if I can. If my son's behaving, which he very rarely does, and I can get to bed, But I'm really looking forward to this. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I'm excited for all 4 games. It should all be good. And good luck to everybody. Pitmaster said in Discord, heartbreaker. Well, yes, it was, but I'd be more frustrated than anything else. And I don't really know what else to say. Learn from it. If you learn from it, you'll be a better coach from it. If you go into it and think, nope, you're all wrong, I did everything right, then you're gonna get a lot more losses like that. Unfortunately, you've got to learn. Cammy's
in Discord, doesn't know what's going on. What game? No idea what's going on.
That's proper gills of that, isn't it? We'll flame him with Dice Lord. You're lucky. Go to bed. Sort of thing. You
He
know,
probably just woke up off sofa. What's happening? What game? Am I supposed to be playing?
just message. You should message him and say, "Killsy, you're out. Your game was today. You missed it. This is the second time you've been late, so you're out. Sorry, mate." He'll be, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, admin out of it. Sorry.
Yeah, admin win. Admin win. Cause Projecki gave him my 100 mansion. Boom. Yeah, he'll lose his shit, won't he? If anyone thinks I'm harsh at streaming, you want to get onto a Kills stream or Cammy stream when he's streaming games of his own. They're amazing.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Oh man, they
brilliant.
They are something to behold.
When he was playing that guy, that claw guy, the chaos team, that were just killing his players. Oh, he was fuming, and I was saying to him, "Don't spin again, don't spin again." He's going, "No, I shouldn't. You're probably right. You're probably like Wheelie, but I'm just gonna." And then he matched him again, and he matched him again, and it was like watching a man self-destruct. You know, there wasn't any normal words. There were just all F's and C's and all every and. Yeah, you just go on, keep on squidging the buttons.
I love him because he'll do random 5+ dodges, and then he'll call you a cunt for doing a 3+ dodge or something. Yeah, you lucky bastard! I'm like, you've just doing the 5+ thingy. I love him, but I can't. I mean, I must admit,
it's not good for his art. It's not good for his art.
It's not, is it? It's not.
No.
I'm going to let somebody else tell Pitmaster if he was unlucky or not. I'm not even going to get into that conversation. But that's us done. Thanks for everybody, as always, Projecki, Deathball, Anania, Mercy. Thanks to Wheelie for coming on so I didn't self-destruct and throw the control out the window.
No problem.
And good luck to everybody in the playoffs. But if Tori can have a bit less luck than the rest of us, I'll be happy. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you obviously from Monday onwards, where hopefully we'll see 4 great games. And I feel a bit sad because the Champions Cup isn't over. It just feels over because there's no money. I don't know why. I just feel like we're building up to the bye. It's the last one, but it's not, is it? But
no, I've got top wood elves at the moment, so I'm still marching on.
There you go.
I'd like to at least sort of make a quarter-final or a semi-final if I can.
Are they looking good for the Bernie's tip for the playoffs?
I don't. I've got strength 4 war dancer now.
Oh, that's it. We'll tip them. Don't worry, we'll tip them. Anyway,
I've just got to persuade Projecki not to go war dance, not to go woodies, and then I might qualify.
That's it. Anyway, thanks again, Wheelie. Thanks for everybody in chat. Thanks, and I'm glad most people like the stream. You all like the stream. That's great. Hopefully, if Pinmaster gets this far, sorry if I come across harsh, but if you listen to it and just ignore my moaning and actually pick out why I didn't like it, hopefully you might learn something. And if you don't, and you think I'm a cunt, as Killsy would say, that's fine too. That's not a problem. Because you're probably right. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys, and take care and have a good night. And if you play football, don't roll dub skulls. See you later. Bye-bye.